on this HTTP. Post my life up like you looking at a TV. Stop your Facebook, get paid for your likes. See, Zuckerberg ain't thinking about your life dreams, but they sell your info to the highest bidder. When I spill it all out, they gon' call me. I ain't even have to say it. It's sorta like your information, they couldn't save it. And I don't need to curse cause this flow G-rated. Find my post get elevated and we never regulated. S-T-E-E-M to the I-T. Blockchain plug you in like an IV.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Steeming Pile. You're listening to the Steem It song by Rest 100 and 5-Star Entertainment Group. It's the official Steem It anthem, so I like to play it. We got people rolling in, so we're going to get started soon. What's up, Eric? Are you ready to go? Are you streaming already? Are you streaming already, Eric?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, then I'm turning my cameras on. Sean's still getting his set up, I think, but we're rolling. And All Seeing is here in the background. She's very appreciative that you used her thumbnail.
Oh, it's beautiful. Why wouldn't I?
And I think Gone Rogue's here. Gone Rogue isn't streaming until he gets his computer stuff fixed, but he is here.
He's having some computer issues?
Yeah, I think so. Motherboard issues.
Oh, no. That's the worst kind of mother issues to have.
Yeah, when your mother's bored, nothing works.
That's terrible. Hey, do you know if Narashi had the logo to put with a black background?
I do not know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a recorded question.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you have a Steeming Pile logo for black background, right?
Yeah.
Two. There's one that's Steeming Pile on 3 levels, and then there's one where it's just one.
It should be on the drive.
John, would you mind
shared with you?
You sent me the link a long time ago.
Okay.
Hey, Jits, how's it going, man?
All right.
Would you mind share with you?
Whoa, Jiu-Jitsu, you gotta check your audio. Check that audio. Maybe turn it down or.
Whoa,
that was. Get intense. Out of the electric minefield that you might be calling from. If you are watching on my stream, chat and say hello, and you'll notice the chat is recorded over on the right-hand side. Okay, let me get that link for you, Eric.
No Patrick yet, but he was telling me about Vimbot, which we've talked about before, but I was trying to use it for the first time using the little viewer widget, but it doesn't seem to be working. But maybe it doesn't pop on until you actually have someone watching.
I don't know if I didn't have the right link or what, but it loaded better on my phone, which I don't have attached to my Steem account, than the PC.
Vimbot?
Yeah.
Shit, dude, I couldn't even get it to load on my computer. Only on my phone was it working. So that's interesting that you mentioned that. Yeah, it was not even coming up at all.
Yeah. These devs and all their fun stuff, new and things that you and I have to figure out on our own.
Works better than I could have made it.
Jiu-Jitsu must be calling in on his phone.
Okay. That was one thing that I brought up just real briefly when I was at the Andreas Antonopoulos event last weekend. Was just like not a lot of people knew about it, and so my idea was, the topic of conversation was basically telling people about it in real basic terms, and then just like seeing if I could, get them interested, get their info. So that was kind of interesting. I got a couple people.
What is it that you were talking to them about?
About Steem, sorry.
Okay.
Because, everyone was there and they're all Bitcoin or lots of Ethereum, but no
Steemians.
The thing you got to get is you got to say Steem with no A. for the Steem blockchain. But even then, I got people that were like, "Oh yeah, oh wait, no, that's not the
Yeah,
game."
I think Steem
I'm
with
like-
an A is. I think Steem with an A capitalized on that and have tricked people.
Yes, yes. It did me the first time I heard about it. When you guys,
Eric, I'm still getting that link for you.
I was like, Steem. Oh, well, I'm part of it.
Well, and that's why like the stream on Steam, like, whoa, you know, that's too much. Like we're already dealing with people that
Oh
are.
yeah, that's a good point.
That's why I didn't take on. Like I get it,
Mm-hmm.
I do get it, but you know,
Yep.
I just don't think it's a.
Branding wise, it's not the best. Yeah.
Well, ESP changes here, so the agenda can be thrown out.
Or the
Hi, everybody.
hello.
Nice to see
What's
you.
up, you guys?
Cheers, everybody.
Hope you're doing well.
Hope you're doing well.
I got drunk.
When?
Election night thing.
Well, we all know there's a couple VODs of it.
All right. Woohoo!
Yeah, my audio was all jacked from that.
No shame.
I was gonna start cutting them up and posting them on YouTube. Hopefully my audio. If you're watching and it's fuzzy at all, let me know.
Yeah.
Your mic gain isn't very good. Is it just me, you guys, or
No,
No, it's
I was
not.
just gonna say something.
Okay.
this is how we learn things?
Eric, can you just private message me your Gmail
Well,
on chat here so I can just add it?
Is
Then
this
I don't
any
have to
better?
Share it.
Check.
Ooh. Is that
Yeah,
your?
that's
That's better.
Oh, okay. That's the one I will stick with. Ooh, more guests? More someone
Hello.
coming back in.
This is what we
Oh,
call. Oh,
hi.
Narashi's here. Party's gonna start. This is what we call a raggedy start, or at least this is what I call a raggedy start.
Or
And-
the usual.
what did you have in mind for the agenda we're going to toss?
I think tonight's preemptive strikes and just whatever comes up.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
the title that I gave was I don't know what the hell we're gonna talk about tonight, but I did my preemptive strikes.
We're good at that.
Yeah, that started to be the unwritten rule. Like if there's not a regular guest, then it's not a rule, but everyone kind of starts looking and bringing at least a couple ideas. So
Yeah, the I don't know what the hell agenda default.
this week there was quite a lot with Steam Fest going on. A lot of new, not necessarily new dApps, but like updates on stuff I had heard about when I first came on, and so it kind of had me reading up a little bit more. That and the Andreas Antonopoulos thing, I was diving into just blockchains on more of a macro level, looking at that sort of idea. So for me, it was a pretty busy week.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely want to hear more about that, man.
Yeah, anything you've learned? Sure.
Well, it was more just, building this community with all y'all. I realized that a lot of us, we're all different. We all come from all different muscle lives. But the one thing we have in common is we're at least embracing, if not actually, like wholeheartedly, like living our lives behind this like anti-authoritarian sort of ideal. And for me, I felt it, but there was something that kind of, for me, I was always just coming here to see if I could do what I loved and what I went to school for, and not have a boss and just do it myself the way I thought it would, best be done. Not really getting the anti-authoritarian part. I was like, yeah, the man sure doesn't help me, and I sure don't want to work for Sinclair, which is hiring all over. As a reporter, right? I want to do my own thing and actually be, anyways. So point being that I really wanted to come here and make a difference in that way. But now that I'm talking to all these people that are on Bitcoin and they're just involved in cryptocurrency in general, the overall ideas being talked about that night by Andreas and the people I was speaking with was really just a lot about like the future of cryptocurrencies and how we can use it to, fight, poverty, and how we can fight, injustices as far as like, big business goes, and, money in politics. It just, there's all these big ideas about how to overthrow our runaway democracy. It seems in a lot of ways, not just here, but across the world, governments of all sorts. So to me, it was kind of, for some reason, it really brought to light the idea that we were kind of, like you talked about the founder of Bitcoin, and we spoke about that maybe last week even a little bit, and why he remained anonymous. And I don't know if it was really spoken about a lot here, but it was really driven home that he's remaining anonymous because there's reasons for people to want him dead. There's people out there that aren't happy with what he's trying to do and the revolution he's trying to bring.
You get it.
Well,
I
got it, but I don't know. I guess I didn't. I know it was just like I don't know.
He
But it
had
really
to.
It all clicked for me. Man.
He would have been dead. He
Yeah.
or whether it was a person or a group, would have been public enemy number one. And they rolled the thing out as soon as they could possibly roll it out. Once they went chink, chink, chink in place, as primitive as it was. Once the crypto thing fell in with the distributed networking thing, fell in with the the other ideas 10 or 15 years previous. Once those four things came together, they said, we got to get this out there. We got to do it now. We got to do it anonymously. It's the only way it could be done, or they'd be dead. They or he.
Yep.
But go ahead. Tell us more.
Well, I mean, that was basically it.
Fascinating.
The video I saw was, I wasn't crazy with it. I can't even remember what it was called. It was kind of forgettable. It was a lot of just talking heads and like, B-roll of, someone narrating over. And so it didn't blow me away, but it was a lot of just what we talk about and just, just in general, like, anti-authoritarianism, and Andreas was on there himself. And, the real fun part was after the movie, there was like a 20-minute recess where people were getting drinks, and that's where I was, talking and shit. And then when he came and spoke, that was pretty fun. And that's when he was talking a lot about the anti-authoritarian like aspects of Bitcoin. And then, it kind of splits off because then he takes questions. And so you're getting everything from, honestly, you get a little more of a technical fanboy guy, it seemed like, up there. And so I was kind of getting lost in the depth of these questions, but it was things like security. One that was interesting that was I was able to follow was just, is there really a battle between Bitcoin and Ethereum? Like, is there room for all these? And Andres' answer, every time, there was a couple times it came up, and it was just very like, hey, no, eventually there's going to be thousands, millions, everyone will have an individual coin for themselves in the future. And so we can't fight the idea that there's going to be a lot of altcoins, because eventually we'll all have our personal coin. And I mean,
yeah, don't say that shit to Pat though.
Hey man,
I was just looking to see if he was on here.
He's not.
So I gather you went to see Antonopolis in the last week, since we had that last meetup here.
Yeah, actually, he was coming in town, and I actually couldn't afford tickets, so I wrote into him and asked and told him about what we're doing over here, and he gave me tickets, and I actually never got the tickets. You were supposed to be like send some sort of invitation back to get the tickets. Never happened. I thought it was like a my name on the list sort of thing. So I tweeted him with like 2 hours to go. Said, shit, I couldn't do it. I messed up, And he said, come in, we'll figure it out. So basically it was the band saying, we'll get you in.
On.
And when I showed up, I was like, this is kind of weird. And he was like, are you Sean? Andreas wanted you to get in very badly.
On.
So he knows who I am. I'm going to keep in contact with him. And, that's another potential future guest of the pod.
Absolutely.
That's cool, man. Yeah, so I told you guys last week about that University of Nicosia MOOC that he helps teach. And so what I'm going to be doing is I downloaded all their materials since I didn't go to it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a pre-MOOC study group for the next one on Steem, where each week we'll just go through the slides from the previous one that I was in, and I'll just blast the shit out of the MOOC and get people that want to come to the study group on Steem with me, and then anyone who wants to be in the MOOC, then the next one starts in February. I'm going to take that one and hopefully get an A. Cool.
Yes.
And a certificate.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to publish a picture of
Right
my
on.
certificate on Instagram and use share to Steam and see how many upvotes I get.
I just
real
All
quick,
of that's true.
Smurf says hi.
Who?
So Smurf, your buddy
Yo,
Smurf.
Smurf.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Smurf.
Yeah.
Tell him to stop playing video games and jump on the pile.
You heard it, Smurf. You heard him say it.
And to contact Top Films and myself.
Hello,
Right.
gentlemen, and Narashi.
Eric, was there more to your check-in
Hey,
other than
you.
that?
Hey, you.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
How are you?
Fantastic.
Good.
What's new in Uville?
Just
Really?
nothing good.
I saw
Nothing
that.
good.
I saw that video that you did.
Which
The one with the you did a new Bernie one. I saw you did there was an old guy on YouTube that you were.
Oh, monograph.
Yes,
Yes, Monty is a lot of fun.
gotcha.
Somebody mailed the man a sock.
I
Wow.
saw
Oh, that.
Hey,
I saw that
TJ.
video too.
Cool.
Yeah, he's a special guy.
What's up, TJ?
I
Oh, hey TJ,
You-
how did the Guar concert go?
Well, as I explained to Katie, I actually got rescheduled on last minute.
Oh, nice.
But that's fine because this Sunday is actually where we're doing our rescheduled meetup. But the Guar concert was actually pretty kick-ass. I still went either way. It's not like it was down money or anything because I have a connection that actually works there and I got in for free. So
Attaboy, bitches be tripping. You can't make them talk you out of going to Guar, you know? That's just stupid.
Indeed. Indeed.
The show
probably
must go on.
Testing out new equipment. I just got like a new light. I got all this other shit, a new camera, and you can
Looks
finally
good.
see my anarchy flag.
That's cool, man.
Yes.
What kind of camera?
It's just a new phone. Ultimately, I have an S7 Edge now.
Okay. Can you put your phone landscape so it's only if I have OCD, it would stop that. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. There you go. It's just wider. A little bit
Yeah, I
of a
have it
wider
on a
view.
tripod.
Okay. Yeah, it looks good. I like that A in the background.
That's my flag. I got it off Amazon.
Just pops in my head for a second. It's funny how how some people consume video or other content on here because I recently, because I'm just trying to make moves, network. And so Way Beyond Pad Thai is a regular poster here. And she always is doing like foodie sort of stuff in videos. And I only watched like one Way Beyond Pad Thai. And she's always posting like, she does good detail too, even with this video, right? And so I've just been going off the body, post and the thumbnail and doing, and she gets lots of money. So I've just been, jumping on the curation trail. And then recently I watched a couple videos and man, she is right up my alley as far as like what I want to do, but in Seattle. And so shout out to her. I'm hopefully can get her on. It looks like Patrick has invited her on before too. So
yeah, Patrick and I each met her, so I'm sure we could probably
cool
pull some strings,
There you go. Yeah.
No, she for the D Live meetup, she did a really cool video, and I was actually right at the start of it. You play the video, and it's me. Boom, and
Nice.
that kind of got a bunch of attention, so that was neat. Being right at the beginning of it. She's brilliant. She's great.
Yeah, very cool. Very good personality. Good content she's creating for DTube over there. So
she is a gem on here for sure.
Anyone else have any other kind of check-ins before we?
How do you spell way beyond pad thai?
Well,
Is it just like
THAI?
PATH? Just like it sounds.
Yeah.
Just like it
yeah, it
sounds.
should be. Yeah.
There's no
PA.
edgy spellings going on there.
No.
All right, cool. Run it all together. Way beyond pad thai.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
can do that.
Some
I
of
can
the
do that.
stains from Guar up here that I happened to get out, but you can still see some remnants if you take like a really close look. You can see the pink of the fake blood and shit.
Yeah,
That's
I
fake?
never got caught off guard by Guar. I always go with the throwaway shirt or something. You know, I got one I think that I saved actually. Probably pretty stinky, but it's like, oh, I'm not gonna wash that. I'll find it someday and be like, oh, memories.
Fake blood from War.
Yeah.
Actually, my Walk for Hospice shirt. If you don't know what that is, it's basically a once-a-year event where you go to it, and it's a walk for people who have lost loved ones on hospice.
That's cool, man. How? What time of year do they have that event?
It's different in each area that has a community hospice. For my particular area, it happens in June, and at Siena or even Albany College, up here in Albany, where I currently live.
Cool.
Which is New York. If
Jiu-Jitsu or ESP, do you guys have any check-ins or hellos you want to say?
I guess my hello goes like this. I'm glad you're excited, Sporter. Sean S. Porter. It's so weird though. I'm glad you realize there's more to it. You know, I like Steeming as a platform, and I can appreciate that what you wanted to come here and do is have a presence and maybe hopefully, you know, get some monetization. You know, I think most people ought to, and I don't understand it. I think a lot of people need autonomy and a voice, so I can appreciate that. But I'm also glad that you're seeing the bigger picture as concerns crypto governance and as concerns blockchains. And I'm sure Eric Wilson has hipped me to this in increments here and there. I mean, he's pretty far down the rabbit hole, it seems to me. So I'm glad you're seeing the bigger picture. It's not just Bitcoin, you know, and it's not just, Steem, it's a blockchain platform. There's a lot more going on that can change the world.
Yeah, it's like a movement. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But it's going to take a whole lot of change and in ways that we can't even anticipate. So that when you start talking about that, and when you start getting into this is what I'm learning about, I get excited. You know, I really do. I work hard, I drink hard, I play hard, I study hard. So it's like, okay, I come to our thing here, and it's not that I'm ill prepared. Okay, I'm ill prepared, but I've done a lot of research. You know what I mean? And I'm working up what I'm working up. And you guys, I was tired of shit this evening, but you guys engage this thing, and you guys engage me, and I appreciate that a lot. And so that's one thing. And I guess when it comes to our, interestingly enough, I hadn't really thought of this beforehand, speaking of ill prepared, but a number of things have come to mind that I've researched recently that I think you guys will find of interest. Did you get rid of that thing?
What's happening there?
I will be attacked. Never mind me.
I'm under attack.
But yeah, so and speaking of stuff that I've been looking into lately, even just since we got it started talking, a couple of things have come to mind that I think that you'll find of some interest. And also, Mr. Spalding, so I got Way Beyond Pod Thai. I typed that out, ran it all together just as so it would be spelled conventionally. What was the MOOC that you were talking about that Andreas? Can you type that in our chat there? Mm-hmm. The MOOC that he's going to do, and I'm going to look to your blog to find out more about this. And you mentioned a study group. I'm not a big study group guy, but I'll check it out for sure. And the other thing I realized is that when I work on my projects, generally I'll need a list.
Curation trail.
What's that?
Oh, I'm currently going around on the SEP account, given the curation trail that I just set up too.
Cool. So when I work up my projects, I have to have a list of things to do. Sometimes I have to have a mind map so I can get a visual display of dependencies. And I take copious quantities of notes. And I'm sorry, guys, but I haven't been taking enough notes. I try to recollect things about the steaming pile that I can't recall, and I end up asking you again, and you're like, does this guy even fucking pay attention? So I'm going to do better in terms of taking notes in here. I had also mentioned at one point that I wanted your Telegram info. I looked a little bit into Telegram, started to scratch the surface there. Haven't actually gotten a Telegram. I was trying to figure out how I could get a Telegram without a return call to my phone number.
Google Voice.
Right. And I think I have a Google Voice somewhere, but that might be on a dead hard drive. So I want to look into that. My deal is it being a conscientious netizen ever since way back when, and being an old dude also, is that I ain't giving away no more information than I have to. It's not because I have anything to hide. It's Andreas would say it's the damn principle of the thing. We already gave away way too much information. So that's it. That's all I got right now. But good to see you all.
Cool, man.
Good check-in, man. Thank you.
It's all right.
Going rogue. Oh, you?
E-I-E-I-O. Just, pardon me. ESP. I sent you a message to your Steam wallet.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'll have to check my Steam wallet.
I know that you don't like use your Steam it or whatever,
well,
but I'm trying to make you do that. So
okay, gotcha.
Message there.
Cool.
Maybe that's how we just get in touch with you.
I recently got the Packy thing or whatever, the eSteam alternative that has the messenger. So I mean,
Partico.
Yeah, is that what it's pronounced?
Yeah, Partico, right?
Partico.
That's how
You guys don't like my Cleveland accent?
Partico.
Put unnecessary emphasis on syllables.
Emphasis.
Yeah, I still split time between that and SteamPeak. I really like SteamPeak's new witness section. Because honestly, we talked about it in the past, like, oh, a lot of people, and I had like 2. And guess what? I still hadn't done it even after that conversation until I found that little witness part of SteamPeak. And guess what? I'm up to like over, I don't know. I'm up there. I did a few. All of, I looked, I researched. There was people I already should have probably voted for that have been, supporting me and that sort of thing, and working on projects I like. So yeah, I started definitely. I'm now looking for more witnesses to vote for. And I don't know if there's anything like you can unvote for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, okay. Okay. So that makes it less pressure,
So Steam Witness is related to Steam Witness. Is that the one that you did a write-up of, Gone Rogue, in one of your blogs?
That's what Patrick did, and he's doing this witness survey, and the top 20 are the ones that kind of make decisions about the blockchain.
That's right. I recall that. Okay, good. See, that's my lack of notes coming back to bite me in the ass. Right on.
All Seeing You and John Spalding both have VODs from last week up, in case you want to remind yourself of how you acted.
You just referred to yourself in the third person. I want you to know that.
Oh yes, John Spalding does that a couple times a year.
I'm still working on getting Zoom working on Linux.
We're glad it works on your phone. Jiu-Jitsu or Gone Rogue or Narashi. You guys want to check in?
Any y'all?
Check in over here.
Once I get it to work on Linux, then I'll be able to do the live streams and whatnot with you guys. But
yeah, I don't think we have too much going on. Although I'll second what ESP Change said with Sean and him going down the rabbit hole and really getting a bigger picture of the entire thing. I love that, man, because if I guess from a revolutionary perspective, if that's how you look at it, a revolution is done, I guess, wins with more people understanding what the hell is going on, right? With more people being revolutionaries, not just one person constantly trying to drill something. That is decentralization, the decentralization of knowledge to understand what the hell is going on. It's super cool, man. I love it. And
that was part of it. I think now that I'm thinking about it, like that was the first time I've been in the physical presence of a group of other people that had anything or any knowledge of blockchain and crypto at all. So maybe that's what I was feeling like this. Oh shit, this is actually a thing. This isn't just people online.
You went straight to the top too, man.
Yes.
Well,
you're just like, I'm going right to the top of the tree.
Yeah.
Well, I just lucked out, so now I need to, now I've done that. Also, UW, my old school, I guess has a club, a crypto club. So I'm trying to reach out to them. So
That's cool.
Keep you updated on that.
Who was that guy that was here last time? Frankly speaking, where the heck did he come from?
Yeah,
it's my fault.
That guy was
Sorry.
awesome.
Hey, we love having new people.
brains.
Yeah, I've got a little case of internet herpes. He just sort of shows up wherever I go.
Does he have a Steam It blog that we know of?
Yeah.
What's it called?
I don't think she wants to promote.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting
Did I miss something? There's like some hesitancy there.
All seeing you got sheared by the wrong individual, and now she has this.
I'm bitter.
Bankett's over here in my chat hanging out.
Oh, good.
Baby.
I mean, I don't know where he is.
I'll just stay away from that.
You gotta love the blockchain. Hey, well, for those of you watching on my channel, you see the zoom.us room number. You too can jump on the steaming pile.
Yeah.
For
Same
some
here,
when
right
I
now.
finally do the live streams, you're gonna love my lower third because I make it say, "Call in, you piece of."
Nice.
Every live streamer adds their own little flair to the broadcast.
I guess
That's what we
so.
love here.
Flair. We're gonna call it Flair now.
Yes.
ESP, we're gonna have to talk about your lack of flair.
I know, right?
Can you go put your robe on, please?
Please?
No,
I haven't
no.
seen it in like 2 weeks. Come on.
Stop.
Jiu-jitsu, how about you? Any check-in from you?
You're
What's
dancing
new
monkey.
in your world
All
lately?
seeing you probably wants you to do a dance for her too.
Yeah, that'd be okay. That'd be all right.
Helicopter?
Sure, why not?
Sure, why not? What the hell? It's a robe. That's what they're for.
Fuck it. It just got really
So
quiet
where's
in here.
Just learning. I think jujitsu might be. I don't know.
Right?
try
What was it?
down-
You were saying something about jujitsu?
I was just asking if he wanted to check in.
I don't know, but if anyone saw those
think
fights,
he's gonna
the other
chat.
night, holy shit! What a finish! No look, elbow knocks out the Korean Zombie cold. Oh my goodness! What a gosh darn fight! Knockout of the year. Jiu-jitsu's on my side. I know he's gonna.
So,
And then we got a sweet armbar from the bottom from the cowboy. I'm sorry, John. I was just excited. It was a real fun night of fights. Gosh, I wish I could do more.
it's okay. It's okay.
I get pumped up. You know.
I wish you would do.
Any other sports I could give a fuck about, but something about fighting, man. Oh my god.
Find your tribe, find your passion, man. Run
Yep.
with it.
Yeah.
People are like, I sense some latent hostility. No, I'm hostily hostile. There's
No,
nothing
in a good way.
latent
It's healthy.
going on here. Right.
It's healthy.
Cool. And Jiu-Jitsu Cities can't talk at the moment, just listening. Thank you
That's
for
no
coming in and turning on the cam. That's awesome. And
Yeah.
anyone out there can do that as well. There's
Just
no.
be with us.
Yep.
Exactly.
I think Patrick is with us on my channel. Says he's alive and half asleep. He might be watching some of you guys too. But
Yeah, where
yes,
is
the lack of
Very
flair
good.
is
Nice.
a direct Office Space reference. That's how old I am.
Of course.
Lack of flair.
Well, of course. Was anyone? Did anyone not get that was an Office Space? Right?
That wasn't Office Space. That was Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
No, that was Office.
Well, now you're okay.
That was
You're
the
being silly now.
no. That was the actually reference from. Never mind.
Okay.
Was it? No, you. Was
Eating
it a double
pizza,
reference?
learning
It
about
was,
Cuba.
it was a double reference. Exactly.
Okay.
Not from
Yeah.
my end. You have to have known the line from Fast Times that you were referencing in order for it to be a double.
Well, but
reference.
it's like my kids know cover songs. They're like, "Oh, this is really good," and it's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" They didn't write
Yeah,
this.
That's what I mean. The only line it can only be a double reference if the person who's saying it knows both of those movies. And the only line I know
Okay.
from Fast Times is eating pizza, learning about Cuba.
All right.
Right on, right on.
That is a different movie. Or no, that's all right.
Anyway.
It'd be a lot better if you did.
The other, never mind. It doesn't matter. I'm just.
Thing I like
does
about high
matter.
school girls.
That might be the best
I
line.
hate
Actually.
us.
Yeah. Man.
All right. So much. There went the agenda.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I did a check-in. Did Jujitsu gonna do a check-in?
He's not gonna. He's just
Off mic
hanging
right
out.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't really know what to say for my check-in. Been playing a lot of Red Dead lately. A lot of Red Dead.
Is that a cool game or what?
Yeah,
it looks cool whenever I see you guys play it.
It's very enjoyable for me. It's very enjoyable. I can kill hours on it easily. I mean, there's Easter eggs. It was suggested to me to do an Easter egg stream, specifically looking up Easter eggs and figuring those out and doing that. I think that'd be pretty neat. But I mean, you can spend as much time on it. Like I was getting sucked into fishing and hunting. Like I'm playing Red Dead and I'm fishing and hunting. You know?
Yeah.
That's funny.
The graphics are killer on it, man.
I do have another thing to say. R.I.P. Stan Lee.
Yeah, no doubt. He's gone. 95 though, right?
Yeah, exactly.
95. Yeah.
He had a good fucking run, man.
Eric, was that the extent of your check-in?
I wanted to add two things. One, if you guys haven't seen yet, I'm trying to get to be a dolphin within a year, 5,000 SP. So I've been making a weekly post, kind of as like a check to myself as well. You know, fit with a little graph. This is what I need. This is where I'm at. You know, trying to keep pace, and you know, so there's that. Also, Ned had his stream this week. Did anybody catch that?
I did.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Yeah, we preempted that.
Yeah, somebody
Did ya?
talk about that when the time is right, or now.
Okay,
Go ahead.
because we have somebody in the chat that really wants to talk about it.
Well, and I'm gonna want a number. I'm gonna want a number
Nice.
of views on that. I'm curious.
I really do think that we saved that one till last.
Sure.
You hear that? You got to be here till midnight. You hear that?
All right, let me be 11.
You guys are gonna be
I'm not
toasted.
eternal anyway, so.
Well, a note too is Vim is doing the scheduled maintenance. What is that? 4 UTC, I believe, and I'm not sure with the time change here in America how that changes. Is that tonight?
We're usually done at 1:30 a.m. UTC.
Okay.
Right? No.
No.
No, we start at 1:30 UTC a.m.
Right. So that might be a consideration. It's supposed to be short, but maybe we can get some clarification.
Oh, look, Patrick joined.
There he is.
Oh, look, it's Patrick.
Dun, dun,
We gotta
dun.
like
Hi, Patrick.
we need to have someone. We need to have someone preload like royalty music. Like
Oh, I
when
was
he
just gonna
shows
say
up.
on my stream deck I can. There's an option, and I was just like, what should I use it for? And I intros. That's it. I gotta figure it out. Okay.
I all seeing can appreciate this. I have the no song on YouTube, and the very first thing he says is "ick." So I've just been kind of selectively playing that.
You mean my prop?
For the show so far? Yeah.
Oh
that's
man, I
like
love
my
prop, man.
That's my newfound favorite song.
Absolutely.
Fucking great
But the
song.
very beginning, he goes "ick."
He repeatedly plays that all the time.
Yeah, I've been selectively playing the beginning of that song through my stream so far.
I can't.
99.9% of the time, you go on this stream, and then the first thing you hear is "no."
That's the first song on my playlist. I've more recently been just randomly selecting and doing random, but that's the first song on my playlist. So that's
I can't get
generally
enough
what I
of it.
start with. And then every time All Seeing comes in, I gotta play it.
It's true. It's my theme song now.
I just recently
every time I go on Katie's stream, I have to play something from MC Vagina.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God!
Is that even that's a person?
Oh yes, the John. I don't know how the hell pronounce his last name. Guy, like he makes songs like "Show Me Your Genitals" and "I Shoot People" and something about like they're really over the top songs. And
do you intentionally say things like that after Patrick is in the room, or like would you?
Oh
have
no,
said
I
it?
play it while he's in there, and I try to get a reaction out of him, but his reactions aren't as funny.
His reaction is going to be the Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back when they track the bloggers down at their house, and we all know
Every
what
time
happens
I play
after
the
that.
song while Patrick's in there, he just like brings up some like story about like back in the day where he had like a strip show on like some platform somewhere.
I'd like to hear more about this.
What?
Okay.
Hang on, back up a
Anyways.
second.
No,
Whoa.
we
Or
just
go
need
forward.
to. We just
Yeah,
need
we
to
could just keep
trudge
going.
Go
forward
forward.
through the steaming pile.
Keep moving forward.
Something interesting, I think,
I
almost
was
just
pretty
happened.
drunk when he's on there, but
Find a curve.
Yeah.
That move, you know.
Patrick, are you gonna say hello?
Hello. How's everyone doing tonight?
Is your stream up?
Wait, can y'all not hear me?
Yes.
Hello,
Yeah,
Patrick.
we could hear you, man.
How are you?
yes, we can
We're
hear you.
good.
Doing good.
I got a
Doing
report.
good.
Is
Oh,
your
nice.
is your stream up?
Whenever you want
No,
to be a
no
sponsor,
stream.
Maker's Mark. Come on.
Just jumping on the
Okay.
pile.
Yeah, just a little late to the game, but we made it in.
Thanks, man.
Cool.
Thanks for coming.
What's new in your world? You want to do a quick check-in?
Sure. There's really not too much new to really go over for me. Just waiting for people to come in. Steam witness survey. Just looking for people to bring your questions to the witnesses and get stuff like that in. Still 7 more days left in this first survey. So anybody out there who's watching that has any questions to out to go to any of the witnesses, feel free to go by steemit.com/@witness survey and leave a comment on one of the posts to send that forward to the witnesses.
Great. That's awesome. I don't know if you heard earlier, but I was talking about Steam Peak's new page where you can go and just, they have a real nice layout showing you the top witnesses, which ones you've voted for. And it's been the easiest layout. And so it was so easy, I started actually doing it for the first time. So
That's awesome. I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to have to go pull it up right now.
yeah, you should check it out. It's really cool. I'm sure there's other places and we've spoken about them, but obviously it's what I use. And it was kind of by accident that I was like, as usual, saving. I used the drafts in there all the time. And it just popped up next to my wallet. And I was like, oh, sweet. What is this? And it's pretty cool. It shows you the ones that are discontinued or whatever term they use. So yeah, it was pretty interesting. I definitely started, seeing people that like full-time geek. I was like, oh, damn, I'm not. Okay. That sort of thing. But yeah, I've got a lot more votes and definitely have some questions. So it's all coming together.
I think.
Yeah.
Nice. I'll have to check it out. I'm down a PC, man. So I'm just
Sucks.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
walking
feel
with
you,
my
man.
head down most of the fucking day. Jesus.
At least we both weren't away from PC. Like I got my PC back, and then yours go. So you're gonna get yours back, and then what? John's gonna shit again. I think John's shit right before mine did, didn't it, John?
I fixed it though. I had to.
Yeah.
All I had to do was upgrade.
Oh, I know you're next. Oh god.
Don't put that juju on me, Ricky Bobby.
Hey, Pat, you got a new gig though, right? Part-time, I think it was. I saw.
It's a full-time thing, but
Is it? Oh,
yeah, it's
okay.
more,
Nice.
I don't really consider it so much like a full-time job as much as I do just like a temporary thing until I can get a better supplier for the ATMs.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which, if there's anybody out there that is mining any cryptocurrencies and would like to have a way to sell those off, please get in touch with me.
But that doesn't have to be around
Do you have a limit?
the woods, right, Patrick?
Not necessarily. As long as they're pretty much US based, I think would probably be the biggest hurdle.
Okay.
I mean, I could take over one of the abandoned warehouses down in like the ghetto area and put like a couple mining rigs over there and set up an ATM if you want.
Hey,
There you
Patrick, are you streaming?
I am not. No.
Okay, I just went and upvoted, I guess, like an old one or something.
I went and looked for his thing so I could give him the new and improved SCP curation trail.
I'll just fucking vote on anything. I'm like, oh, give it 100%. Who cares?
Really excited about my new toys that I get to fuck around with.
Yeah, that's neat that you're doing that. Patrick, real quick, you're someone earlier before you jumped on mentioned the witness page on what is it, Steam Peak? Patrick, have you looked into that and have you thought of any way you can maybe talk to Jarvie to incorporate something like that? Or
I hadn't even noticed that they incorporated it on their site yet until Sean just mentioned just a second ago, and I've pulled it up. For whatever reason, I've started using Brave again, but it's not letting me sign in with Steam Connect. But where I was already signed in on Chrome, it's me in it, and it looks sharp. I like that they've got the fees and the price feed that each one of them's presenting, the number of blocks they've missed. It's a good little layout here.
Yeah, that's definitely something you might want to talk to Jarvie about. Maybe you can collab on something.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't know what all the numbers meant. So that's something.
Well, that would be cool. Something to bring, maybe like a witness survey update, Patrick. Like bring it and then do a discussion on that output from Steam Peak.
I like it. Yeah.
Now, to the point Sean was saying, as far as not even being sure what it all is, Jarvie always stresses educating. Letting users. Basically, trying to look from the aspect of somebody that's brand new to the platform, trying to make a transition for somebody.
Just adjusting my tripod, if anyone's wondering.
Mute yourself first.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't need to know that.
So maybe that's something, again, you can talk to Jarvie about, maybe having a post about it, doing a breakdown as to what Steam Peak has for the information, and then he could use that maybe in Steam Peak or whatever,
I think that's a great idea.
For sure. Yeah. For noobs for like me. It's just one of those things, even like as involved as I am, I've never learned it. I never read about it for whatever reason. Here and there we talk about it, but I've never seen that post where it really lays it out. And now that you've got this great layout that really kind of, makes it all, clear, that'd be great. Yeah.
If we all have some time, we could even look at it right now and kind of go over what each part is. I don't know. Like I said, I've kind of missed out the first part of the show, so I'm not sure what all topics we're taking a look at tonight.
We didn't even set topics yet. We were just kind of all checking in.
While you're doing that, Patrick, Shiren said that the maintenance is going to be at midnight and it shouldn't be for long. So midnight Eastern. So.
Okay. I'm totally down for a quick rundown. I don't know about anyone else. But.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That creepy shit's not as fun with the light.
Hey guys, so I have a new template that I'm gonna show real quick, and you guys can let me know what you think. I just kind of tossed it together right now. Hold on, I have to remember how to share screen with this update. Okay.
For those of you watching out there, this is at Narashi, our very talented graphic facilitator.
Why, thank you.
And appears to be a hipster from what she looks like.
Man.
So this is just, it's not much different than the last one, but I figured a new color, some new shapes. And if you guys have any ideas, feel free to toss them my way.
I can't see the bottom. I think that's how I have my windows set up. Can you scroll just so I can check it out?
Can you see it now?
Yeah, I think I do. No. I see our badass guests. Is there stuff underneath that?
Kind of looks like
oh, there you go. I got it. Yep, I see it.
The local venue when they have a concert.
Oh, yeah, kind of.
Yeah, that's what it kind of reminds me of, right?
Yeah, I like it.
That's cool.
So we're good with that? I'm going to use this for a bit.
Sounds good.
Sweet. And also, I don't have any preemptives, you guys.
It's so pink.
Yes, it's like a dark salmon-y pinkish.
It's pink. Oh, no.
It'll pop on social.
How do I stop sharing?
Uh-oh.
It's like a faded period.
So,
fuck you.
Months later, and she shows her screen on.
What?
Narashi, if I may make a request.
Yes.
When you get an opportunity, maybe check out my stream real quick. But if you could do any sort of banner that's like a lower third, but I have my chat running the whole height of the screen off to the side. If you could do some sort of third that I could put right underneath the panel, that'd be really cool.
Cool. I'm writing that down. Do you have like dimensions for your layout by any chance?
No, I mean, no.
That's way more specific than he was ready for, but
It was.
Yeah, that's on it. That's like, dang.
She's like, how about this?
It's like, oh yes, I would like
I
to.
suppose I could fuck around with some templates and get you the dimensions, because I do have stuff like that available on my my server.
Well, I think
That's cool. It's and I'll mess around with it and see what I can create. You said your chat was off to the right.
Yeah.
From top to bottom.
Yeah.
And what you're looking for is the lower third.
Yeah, right underneath the panel. That'd be pretty neat.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll
He
see what I
doesn't
can.
expect anything flashy like I make.
No. Just like right now I have the logo off to the left. The All Seeing's awesome image she made off to the right, just left of the chat, and then there's just kind of some blank space in the middle right now. I don't really know what to do with it.
I know there's always
that problem before, Patrick.
But I don't want it to be too busy, so yeah.
At the same time, you take with what you got, and you got the screen with the panel, so you want to put that, and then I was doing the chat off to the side and just trying to figure out. I used to be a yearbook editor, so I like to think I used to have that ability, but my pineal glands crystallized a long time ago. I can't really. I just kind of
shame.
stuff.
Yeah, calcified. Sorry.
It's calcified?
Yeah, that's what you kind of.
Yeah.
Wait, calcified is still a crystallization, right?
It is, yeah.
Well,
it's
technically.
yeah.
So I'm not wrong.
Who's that?
That's the key. That's the key right there. What you're saying is I can argue out of it.
Yeah.
I can wiggle my way out of it.
At least you know what
Thank
pineal
you for the
gland is.
clarification. I was in the same realm. So, but it yes, indeed, it's been calcified or fluoride. I did.
Fluoridated.
Patrick, are you gonna share Steam Peak, or are you still having trouble? I thought you were gonna share Witness stuff.
I was having some trouble, but I just realized that with Brave's shield is what was my problem. So I think it should let me in now.
Yeah, Brave Shield gave me some issues when I first got on Vim, trying to upload my photos and shit.
And I don't know who called in with the phone number, but if you want
it might be Johnny Clearwater.
Yay!
Hey,
Johnny.
I invited our guy in.
Now I've got Johnny's number.
I will change that name.
I think he's got a big announcement. Why don't we just give it to him?
We really should.
Drinks whiskey with people.
No. I came to listen. I came to.
I was trying to set it up for you, man. You play volleyball, right?
like
Trying to set it up.
Well, I know.
Sean,
I know that Sean tagged me today that he was going to do a steaming pile. So I don't want to also take away from what his list of what he was going to bring to the table today either. That's not fair.
We kind of
fuck it. I don't care.
a little bit, right?
Nobody
So
ever
here's what
lets
we should
Sean
do.
talk.
Here's what we should do. It was a preemptive strike. So, Sean, why don't you do the intro, screen share, or do whatever you need to do, and hand it off.
I can do that. Let's see here.
Getting sophisticated here on the steaming pile.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we were defaulting to who knows what the hell. Isn't that what you mentioned earlier?
That's just on my screen.
Oh,
okay. On my screen. Well, welcome to the steaming pile, everybody.
Yeah.
Welcome to Dead Air.
We're doing some
The kiss
preemptive
of death.
strikes.
Welcome to
Traditional broadcasting.
freaking awkward. All right, let's see here. So
It should be right here on my dial, and
Sean was a little thrown off guard. He didn't know that he was going to be
I wasn't quite
on
ready.
stage.
Now we are.
Shut. Every time you people share your
Goddamn
screen, I have to
preemptives.
move everything around. Goddamn.
I know, right?
Oh, hey, we know. We know. Multiple OBS scenes. That's the key. So Johnny started a great show, very interesting show. He's live streaming it, and then he's got VOD versions you can catch. And it sounds like he's going to be doing this weekly. It's with Gifted Gaia, kind of a talk show sort of thing. And I checked it out. It's a great convo, and he's got some great ideas. He's going on Twitch, and so that's one of the more interesting things I'd say, Johnny, is kind of you're reaching out to that community. It sounds like it's going pretty well.
Welcome aboard to the Twitch thing. We've been doing that for years.
I think he's using Caster to go to multiple places so that he's still.
I'm not anymore. Just because I got affiliated, so I can only stream there.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
But I mean, it's not like it's hard to get affiliated. Don't get me wrong.
No,
but
and so
once you're affiliated and you're able to earn there, you can only stream live there, and then you can't share it elsewhere for 24 hours.
Are you putting your VOD on DTube or anything?
Oh, that's
well, what I do is I host it on YouTube so that I can embed it into the Steem.
And I apologize for interrupting when I say that's BS, and I know it's BS because us like when we do our XCWE wrestling shows, we actually have like a setup for Mixer, Vim, Justin T.
Wait, you know what's BS?
And like it is BS because like.
Wait, what is BS?
What is BS though?
The fact that you can't multi-stream with Twitch.
Oh, if you you're 100% wrong if you care about your affiliation. It's in the terms of service. It's in the contract that I signed.
Yeah.
It's a 24-hour window that I can't stream the content that I stream on Twitch anywhere else. They have exclusivity for 24 hours.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
Maybe a legal breach of contract.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's if you're when you go out of your way to do these types of things to make money, those kinds of things come with it. Now,
no, you're pushing hard on it. Yeah.
Right. Now, if you're not trying to be an affiliate or work your way towards a partner on that platform, you don't have to sign a terms of service, and you then can stream absolutely anywhere you want. But anybody that does know me knows that I work my ass off for money. So, I signed my terms of service.
By the balls with their contract.
It's not by the balls at all. It was by my choice, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't on Twitch at all before, so he's purposely going out there trying to, serve as a bridge. It seems like.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm working on now. Trying to bring some of the content creators that are on Twitch that aren't making money over there and introduce them to this blockchain, which then is going to be able to lead them to Vim as well.
Sweet.
As well as just viewers. I want viewers to realize that, hey, there are streamers on other platforms. There's other content creators on other platforms, and you can support them for no out-of-pocket cost. So that's why I went to Twitch. I've had plenty of people ask why I didn't want to use Vim to do so. And I'm like, well, because then I'm just tapping into the same pool that's already here. Realistically, that's not helping me at all. Right now I've been on Twitch for 28 days. It took me 11 days to get affiliated. It took me 26 days to get up to 100 followers. I maxed out. Like today I had 71 viewers, 38 people in the chat. And that's when I get that opportunity to start talking about Steem, and people start asking. And then I'm like, hey, look, here's the link. This isn't a reference link. There's no benefit to me for you to go benefit yourselves. In the 28 days that I've been there, I've already got 5 content creators from Twitch to come sign up to Steem. None of their accounts have yet been approved.
That's nice, though.
I've accomplished more in 28 days there than I have on any other social media platform that I've attempted to tell people about Steem. On top of that, I don't like any of the other social media platforms. I got into streaming thanks to DLive, continued streaming thanks to Vim, and realized, wait a second, I'm actually at this. Why don't I use this opportunity on a social media platform, doing something I enjoy, to try to bring people to this blockchain? And Gifted Gaia has been on Steem for almost since it launched. He used to have the STP podcast. Some of you guys haven't been here long enough to remember. that, but the SCP podcast was Winston Wolf, Gifted Gaia, and Psycho Chica. They ran 208 episodes of that before they ended up parting ways. And I met Gifted Gaia through my Hots or Shots show. He was like episode 8 or 9, and we hit it off immediately. And we've been planning to figure out something that we could do together for a while now, and we realized we wanted to just do a podcast together, and it made sense for what we were trying to accomplish with it to take it to Twitch.
Very cool. Now, you mentioned it being a podcast. Are you doing anything with like just the audio?
No, not at all. I mean, I don't really call it.
I
say it's a podcast because it's podcasty.
Yeah.
It's very
for sure.
podcasty, but it's not, to me, a podcast is just audio, realistically.
Yeah, for sure.
This is much more of like the Joe Rogan style type of podcast where it's just two people talking, but the video purpose is there, and that's I'm trying to build their playing games as well also, so it's one of those things. It's just another way for me to interact with the audience there.
So is it, you said that you do it on YouTube and it goes straight to Steam, or you do it on Twitch and then?
So we stream on Twitch.
Okay.
Saturday mornings. After VOD, but after 24 hours, I then take the VOD file, download it, load it to YouTube, and use the embedded link from YouTube to put it into the Steem It post, so that you can watch the show right in the Steem It post and not have to go to YouTube.
Have you heard about Share to Steem?
That was going to be my next question.
Have I heard of who?
Share to Steem. You can integrate your Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube accounts to Steem, and it'll post automatically.
I was actually going to ask you about that, Johnny. I was going to see, as far as the strategy of getting people on Twitch to use it, if they are a content creator.
It would definitely save them a lot of time.
For me, it's not a long-term solution. I talked to the developers of Share to Steem. They don't intend it to be for people not to be involved in the community. They intend it to be a bridge, a buzzword of the week, a bridge to get people involved. And right now I'm doing that with my cousin with Instagram, and he's going to be streaming soon, the glass blower. And it's just easy for him because I've tried to get him using Steem before, and he wasn't really involved. But now that he's posting every time he posts something to Instagram, he is coming into the community, collecting rewards, looking at the people he follows and things like that, finding the people that are like-minded like that. So I was just going to ask you, Johnny, if you're, I wasn't sure if you're aware of Share to Steem, but also if that might be an opportunity, an easy way for you, if you have content creators that are already producing content on YouTube, to at least make that jump and try it out.
Yeah, that's the first time. I've always used embedded YouTube links. I just do it on my own.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, and for
Eric, you just muted yourself.
I did. I'm sorry. We all fall victim to the muted mic. At least that's what I tell myself. With the Share to Steem, you can just validate you can link your accounts to it, and then every time, if you wish, you post on YouTube, you can put a Share to Steem tag and it'll automatically post. You can set it to Twitter to where it automatically does it, and Twitch to where it automatically does it. Some of them, not all of them, you have to use the tag, but you have to do that. You have to put that in the settings. So some
does it embed the YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
I know, like you can't really do that with anything. It doesn't work with Twitch, for example. Like Twitch has an embed link, but it's an embed to the channel. Like I can't take my VOD and embed it into my Steem It post, and it won't play there.
So Twitch
it'll take you to Twitch, and you have to watch it there. It's the only reason why I've ever used YouTube is they have, since Steem It's day one, they integrated immediately with YouTube, and YouTube has always worked. You put your embed link into your Steem It post, and it plays right there.
Yeah, without even leaving the post or going right to YouTube, right?
So Share
right. That's the only reason I use YouTube. Like I'm not a fan of YouTube at all. The simple fact is, there's only one other platform that is integrated with Steem It as well, and they now charge for anything over 200 megabytes.
Johnny, you're
YouTube,
breaking
man.
up.
You kind of broke up on us there.
Oh, sorry.
So,
But yeah, I'm just saying that's the only reason I've ever used YouTube is just that interactivity with Steem It. They went out of their way to make sure that worked from day one with Steem It.
Patrick might have some insight. He's a little more into Share to Steam than.
Yeah. So Share to Steam, they do work for the YouTube embeds, but they also will do the Twitch embed. Steem It. It comes down to each condenser on what they build into it. Steemit.com doesn't do it. It just shows up as the code because their condenser isn't set up for that embed just yet. But it will work on SteamPeak and Busy, where it just embeds it in there. There is a pull request that Roadscape has taken a look at for Steemit, but we'll see how long it takes before they actually move it into the condenser where Steemit.
Yeah, that would be great because I could just stop using YouTube altogether.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you have any.
But I mean, it's not like it's not like it's a difficult process either. You know what I mean?
Right.
I've never had an issue with it. But yeah, if I could stop using it completely.
Right, and I think we all want to get to that point too. But let's be honest, what you're doing to bring people to the platform is just as important. Because we can be on those platforms.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
And
it's what we're trying to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think many of you have tried to tell people about Steem. You know the upward battle that it fucking is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like here's
okay.
an opportunity for me to have a voice, and then once I have established that voice, to really be able to get some people to listen a little more than if you're just trying to tell a friend or you're on Facebook posting about it. And it's just one of those things. Like when you're streaming, just like I'm watching all of you right now, I see all of you right now. You get this bond with your viewer, and there's a fucking millions of users over there, millions. And like I said, I just don't have any interest in Twitter and Facebook and that type of social media. So this was just the go-to for me. So that's what we launched the show on. Like Minds podcast. We do it live on Twitch every Saturday morning. I encourage people. I mean, we just launched the episode today on Steem It, and I do want people from Steem It to come over there because I want to see them get in the chat as well, because we have people jumping in the chat. And if I'm not the only one talking about Steem It, if somebody says, hey, well, tell me about this, and all of a sudden I've got Steem It users watching us over there too, then they're able to jump in and they can inform them more about stuff, and they can say, hey, come check out my thing and come check this out. And hey, did you know that I happen to stream too? I stream over here on Vim, and you can support me on a daily basis instead of fucking asking mom if you can have $250 a month for this guy. You know what I mean? Like, so it's one of those things. It's a slow start, it's a slow build, but I'm really happy with the results already. I mean, like I said, I was able to get affiliated very, very fucking quickly, and I'm already doing pretty well over there. I got no complaints. So I think the opportunity is great. And meanwhile, doing a podcast with Gifted Guy is fun. It's a nice, simple, laid back format. We discuss any topics. It doesn't really matter.
I was going to say,
people can come, like I said, they get in the chat. And
what do you guys talk about?
It's two guys shooting the shit.
Okay.
It's two guys. That's why it's called Like Minds. Me and him are just on the same page with a lot of shit. I know that last week we started with, oddly enough, politics and discussing about how in Florida they just passed Amendment 4, for example, allowing felons to now register to vote, and that's opened up 1.5 million voters in Florida, and the effects that could have for both Democrats and Republicans, which was a very interesting conversation because we rarely ever talk about politics. We talked about games. We talked about Red Dead Redemption 2. We talked about fucking sports and movies and fucking talked about the old movies, and we just went at it. I'll tell you, next week, one of the big topics we're going to have for sure is Gremlins a Christmas movie? So yeah, we just chat, man. We just have a good time and talk and engage with the audience.
If Die Hard is, Gremlins
interrupt again, but what's the name of your channel on Twitch? Because I'm actually on there logged into my account.
It's the same name as I have everywhere. It just doesn't have the dash. It's Johnny with no H, Jonny Water. I decided to use a dash when I first signed up to Steem It. Maybe I didn't realize how few people there were when I joined fucking 20 months ago. Yeah, it's Clearwater. And Gifted Gaia, man. Gifted Gaia. Like I said, it's great. It's great working with him. He's a long time Steemian and has good roots and good relationships here on this platform. And to be able to work with him is great. He's got a lot of podcast experience, so we don't have dead air. That's for sure. We just keep on fucking running, and it's been nice. It's been good.
I've told Johnny this already, but I since he first announced it or first started talking about it, the logo for that thing, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful logo.
It really is, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it's like mine. It's two brains intertwined speaking into the mic, man. It took us a while to come up with the logo. We knew we had a concept for it. You should see how I should show you the process of how we got to that logo. But yeah, we were really. I thought it came out really nice. I think it's eye popping, and it's marketable.
So it looks like a razor blade between y'all.
Or the Batman logo.
It's memorable. It's a good branding. That's the thing. For sure. All right. Well, thanks for hopping in, Johnny. Feel free to, hang out, man, or whatever.
Oh yeah, I told you I came to listen.
Cool.
You ask, I'll speak. You know how I roll.
That's right.
We're gonna come look at your
much
stuff.
of a bother to you to check out us. We're on Twitch at Totally Just Hell.
Totally Just Hell.
Yes.
Nice.
That's, the name of our talk show we've been doing.
That's where TGH came from? I never knew that. Totally Just Hell.
Do you have a Steam account as well?
Yes, we have a side Steam account for Totally Just Hell, a side Steam account for XEWE, and all of our other brands under the SCP banner.
Nice. What kind of show do you run over there?
Well, the primary SCP organization is just random bullshit. Totally Just Hell's a talk show, and XCWE is our wrestling organization.
Nice.
Totally Just Hell and XCWE have been in operation since early 2008, and I've actually been part of Justin TV. So like when you actually look at our account that we have over on Twitch, you'll see like this giant banner that says "Thank you, Justin TV." And
I've been really impressed with the community over there, to be honest with you. I've met a lot of streamers already, and I'm already booking some episodes with some of them for season 2 of Hot for Shots. I brought Hot for Shots over there also, so season 1, which is a really cool way for me to introduce some of these people to Steemians, because I mean that's what I did for all of season 1. It was all Steemians I was traveling around meeting. And so I just started launching that show over there too. All of season 1's being posted. I put up an episode every Monday, every Friday. I'm streaming video games 7 days a fucking week, plus doing the fucking podcast on Saturday, man. I've been going at it. 28 days. I have 296 hours streamed already.
Living the dream, my man.
Yeah.
Trying, aren't we all? Aren't we always trying?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm here for, that's for sure. Did we have any other preemptives? Oh, go ahead.
I was going to ask you if you had any more.
No, that was it. Those two. Well, no, the Ned. Live Ned.
Oh, yeah, okay. We're going
to... that whole thing.
Yeah, Johnny, did you catch that? Did you see Ned's live stream or at least the replay of it?
From Steamfest?
No.
He's been setting up a live stream room, and he streamed. Well,
probably about 4 days ago to his YouTube account.
Was it 4 days ago? Man, time flies when you're high.
I said probably
about yesterday.
It might have been yesterday.
He was streaming it on YouTube. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I find it funny that I'm just a fucking nobody on this platform. All right. Okay. And I've had like 7 people try to give me a hard time because I wasn't streaming on Vim. And here's Ned. Here's the CEO of our company.
Right.
You know, like I can't believe you're not using our dApps. And I'm like, I feel like I don't even know why I have to explain myself all the time. Like I said when I started off, I don't have the opportunity to bring new people in if I'm streaming on Vim. All I'm streaming to is all of you. We're already here. But I think that's funny that I had like 6, 7 people fucking hit me in DMs. But here's Ned, the CEO, not using our dApps either.
Well, he calls the show The Bridge to get away with it. Like he's trying to bridge YouTube community and other communities with the Steam community, which I get. I mean, that's a good spin on it. But definitely, if you check the chat out, people were definitely like, Vim got a lot of drops. So they were making some excuse about how it's not set up that way.
Well, honestly, like I was like the second or third viewer. I just happened to catch it on my feed really quick. So, and I was working. I'm like, fuck it, I'm on break. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see what's going on. And I pretty sure I was the first one to mention Vim. And
nice.
What's funny is he's obviously not very technically savvy in some regards. He definitely referred the streaming information to his producer, whoever's handling it. He said something about one push. And I mentioned something that you can use. I said, I have one push too. I can stream to a lot of different places. And that's something you guys should consider. If you're going to stream to YouTube, in this case, especially being Ned, what's the big deal? You can do it without making a post, so he likes to decline payouts. So that'd be a great opportunity for him to link it to that. YouTube, whatever once he wants, and just if that's what he's after, the bridge of trying to, then it would make sense to stream to multiple platforms. And in the case of getting a lot of viewers, of saying, hey, he just got a lot of viewers, that's people from the other platforms saying, what's going on over here?
Right.
So if that's what he's really after is getting, 1 million people watching, like he was saying in the stream.
Yeah.
Then I think that would be
if he was
getting it out.
If he was smart about it, and this is like slowly what I've been trying to do, what he should be doing is reaching out to all of us. Like I've been reaching out to as many people that I speak to regularly on Steam, letting them know, hey, come over here. Come watch the show over here. No, I'm not asking you to join Twitch. I'm not asking you to leave Steam. But the thing is if I can get my followers from here to come watch there, what you're going to do successfully is boost those viewer numbers, which then organically starts drawing in all of that community, because the community immediately starts looking at, just like we do with trending and shit. It's one of those things. If you've got 80 people watching your stream, then 80 fucking more people want to come watch your stream. So if I'm able to bring people from Steemit to come watch our stream there live, they don't need to support the stream there. They can still support the content on Steemit when we post it on Steemit. But what they're going to do is they're going to encourage all of a sudden, because the numbers have raised, to get more people to come watch the stream that aren't in our community yet, which then helps that bridge. And if Ned really wanted to do that, all he need to do is go make a fucking Steemit post and tell everyone, hey, this is what I'm trying to accomplish. This is how this community can help. Because then we would all be encouraged to go watch his stream. And we would flood his shit. And then he would have high numbers. And then that's going to draw a lot more attention to him outside of our own community. So, I mean, that's how he could approach it and pull that off.
Well put. I agree. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how they handle it. It's definitely interesting. He even called it like the test post. So we'll see. But I mean, I was also giving him a shit because he's like playing guitar and singing. I'm like, come on, this is not what I was, not the content I'm fucking hoping for from you.
That's the thing, is he was trying to do like, oh yeah, whatever. And it's like, dude, if you're going to be on here representing Steem,
right,
you better be talking about Steem stuff, dude. I can watch YouTube for guitar videos. I don't want to do it. And I was talking to some person about, as far as they're not necessarily in the positions they are because they're a great CEO. They're a CEO because of something they've made to where they're at now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I said the same thing about another CEO of something that they weren't there because they were great at talking to people. So I'm not saying it's all seeing. I don't know what it shows up on yours. For me, all seeing is right below me here.
Oh,
I'm above
you. Can't
on
do
mine.
that. You were pointing to TJH on mine.
So, well, it's all about my viewers anyways.
Yeah, I know. You're the only one with anyone in your chat room. So.
Totally kidding. No, what I was saying is just as far as there's obviously some qualities that people would like to see from Ned. And I don't know him that well.
Really?
I had watched enough videos.
Like what? Like going on CNN and wearing his S&M suspenders?
Yeah, I think that's his thing, because I've seen him in some other videos with it too. You know, obviously he's a big
That's his
target.
thing. His next video, he's going to have a gag ball.
There's a difference between being the cool CEO and being the cool.
Screaming, but my mouth is full.
You know the difference between the cool CEO and not a cool CEO is your net worth. So your net worth goes up enough, you can get away with whatever the hell you want. But right now, he's a huge target, and there's a lot of other people that think they could do a lot better job in his place.
Yes, that's the exact. Yeah, and then so he's not, but he doesn't carry himself like that. Yeah.
John,
show up. I am.
Sean is.
Oh
no, I heard him.
I heard Sean.
I heard Sean.
Show up, have an agenda.
What's that scratching noise?
That's
Go ahead.
The wrapper on bread. Sorry.
Stop it.
I'm making a pastrami sandwich, man.
Nice. The sauerkraut?
No sauerkraut. Just some boar's head pastrami. Oh, I'm wrong. She got me roast beef. That's all right. I'll take that too.
My boar's head roast beef is the best.
Yum.
I thought it was the pastrami. That's
Yeah.
what she got me last week. But no.
I go to the
Roast
butcher
beef.
and say, "What's the bloodiest roast beef you got?" And it's always boar's head.
Yep,
Boar's head.
it is too.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Pro tip.
We have Publix here, and Publix actually has some pretty decent meat too.
This
But
was
yeah,
the one
boar's
that I
head
shared
is 90%.
from this is the one that I shared from Ned's video. One, because I didn't want to share Ned's video because I wasn't really impressed with it, but I like this one. I like the GIFs and images that this guy uses. Team Humble, but there's a bunch of people involved in Team Humble, and
Team Humble is a badass.
They put out
Team
he has
Humble
some really cool.
has come over to my stream on Twitch, not just the show, but the gaming and everything, like 3 or 4 times a week, and comes over and shows support.
There he is.
Wait, whoa. That's
Right?
Ned's talk.
Yeah. Now, what I want to know is
So stupid looking.
So
with a green mind, I had no idea about it.
what I want to know is after this is done, like, is this the thumbnail that they selected to be the one? Right?
It had to have just been
Is he
by
any-
chance. It had to have been by
guitar?
chance.
Is he like the next Pete Townsend?
But-
I mean,
No, he is not.
Well, he wants to be.
He wants to show that he's like he wants to be the laid back social media guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It's not like it's not like we're all gonna fucking love and appreciate it. But I get what he's going for.
Okay.
But I just
I'm
like
the
this
laid
guy.
back.
Like,
I'm the laid back CEO, man. Watch me play guitar. I have flip flops.
look at Team Humble's image right here. He says, anyway, going off base, and then he has the image of a train going off the track. I mean, that's the kind of shit that I like. That's why I did a preemptive strike on this one. And then I went to his website for Team Humble, and he's got a lot of cool. They have a lot of cool stuff on there and I'll just link to it real quick if it works, and point out a couple things that they have on there. He has this YouTube course that he put on there. It reminds me a little bit of Steam Savvy, but I think it was done more than a while back. It's like he goes back to his Proof of Brain blog on Steam Hunt. He's also a Steam Hunt creator. There's a couple collab videos on here that he did last year that are really neat, where it looks like Steemians did their own entries of videos, and then he mashed them up into one, like they all read from the same script and turned theirs in. Then he has a 4-hour Steam It course and a 4-hour Steam Hunt course on YouTube. So I did a preemptive on that post, and I did a little research, and that's why I went back and ended up putting it on his, because he's doing some really cool work out there.
That's not a bad idea. We could do something like that. Get everyone to be like, it's the steaming pile. Right?
Let's see, the only
Things like a lot of work, though.
I did another one. This is on Pensive.
You kind of said that, offhandedly, but I don't think that's a bad idea. If maybe we can kind of challenge ourselves to each put a content piece up a week, or if somebody wants to volunteer, maybe get up, 3 or 4 pieces of content, maybe talking about the show, kind of promote it a little bit.
Oh, I've been promoting the shit out of it. I'm wondering if I promoted too much with my posts. That's pretty much the only thing I post on now. Even my shared esteems, I'm just going back in my Instagram history and being like, can I relate this to tonight? You goddamn right I can. and then I just like tell them to jump on the pile. So
isn't that an awesome feature with share to Steam? I know at least for Instagram, you can just add share to Steam as a tag on a post long ago, and it will make a new Steam post. So
I didn't know that.
You're bringing somebody over from Instagram, and you can say, hey, post and do this, but if you want to pick out some old content that you want to show people, this is a great opportunity to do that. And that's how my cousin fills in the gaps when he doesn't post on Instagram. He at least tries to change, add a tag to one of his pieces of content from the past to it. So that's pretty neat.
Hey, did any of you, while you were doing Preemptive Strikes, any of you guys this week come across the announcement for Steam Fiesta?
Nope.
I can't say I did. No.
What is it?
Yeah, fill us in.
Did he hang up on himself?
No, I'm chewing.
Stop it.
It's a new Steam Fest. It's a new festival. They did one just about 4 weeks ago, and it was in Peru, and they had a decent turnout for nobody knowing about it. And this time they're going to really push it. And although questionable as Steemian, First Stickin is one of the big major accounts behind it and funding most of it out of his own pocket. And yeah, it's South American Steam Fest, man.
Nice.
Something worth looking into. I know a couple really amazing people that went to the first one. I wasn't able to due to short notice because it wasn't like a big announced planned thing. But the turnout was good enough. They were happy with everything that they are going forward and going to do it again next year. And it'll be the first like official one, and they just started posting about it. And there'll be a website and everything. But Steam Fiesta, yeah, I see it. Somebody's got it there.
Yeah, I put it up.
Interesting.
Real quick before we move on too far from Ned's Bacon said something as far as Ned has to decline payouts, not wants. When I mentioned framing to Vim, you can just not make a post. And he says that Ned has to decline payouts, not wants. I didn't really understand.
He's saying he has to, like, he has to, or else he looks like an asshole.
Is that it? Do people come in and downvote him or something? Or?
No, I don't know. I don't know.
I was gonna say he's worried about looking like an asshole. The guy wears suspenders.
I just can't.
And leave a comment downvoting for your suspenders. No other reason. Nice content. I'm downvoting you for your suspenders.
Fuck that.
Goddamn ridiculous.
Hopefully Ned can take a joke, or we're never gonna get him on this shit.
Oh boy, maybe I should leave.
No,
hey, tell Frank Bacon, tell Frank Bacon hello. I just noticed he was in your guys' chat.
He said to tell you hello.
I see that. I just noticed it.
It's a love fest over here.
I don't know if he was still there, man. So what up, Frank?
He's around.
He's around.
He flits from stream to stream.
Last time I was on here.
Yeah, he jumped on
Frank the Tank.
He
Frank the Tank.
He even jumps on my Twitch occasionally just to help me with some stats. Watch, throw a viewer in there, throw a chat or two in there. He kind of jumps around.
So, any other preemptives? Those were
I have a couple more. One was Pensive. He's actually a fan of our show and shares it on his stream. Shares at least the link on his stream. He's doing a Steam Fest 3 follow-up show, and so I told him that I would mention that tonight. So it is
oh boy.
It is. Well, I had it already when it was. Oh, Thursday the 15th from 8 to 11 UTC. So that is 4 to 7 Eastern Standard Time.
Shit.
That's another kick-ass guy. Pensive is awesome.
Yeah, he's fun. He's really cool. And then
I like Pensive.
Here's his he puts out the questions he's going to be there and what they're going to be doing. It looks like Starkers is going to be there, Mino, Redrika, Camuel, so you guys check that out. And the only other one I had was Agroads. I believe this is Agroads. about it's aggro's getting a business plan going on Steem, 100 Steem business plan competition. So he started that and gives his explanation on what it should be. Talks about Steem being a turnkey blockchain and helping active Steemians get their ideas off the ground. He kind of outlines the competition, and you need to create a post that has 5 sections in it, and it says by the time this post pays out. So it started 2 days ago, so 5 days ago it ends.
Johnny, I'm gonna come and take that roast beef away from you.
Oh, the roast beef's gone. It is now Sargento Balanced Breaks, a mixture of natural sharp white cheddar cheese, sea salted cashews, and golden raisin medley.
Could you should just mute yourself while you do that?
No decorum here.
I mean, you are a streamer after all. You know what I mean.
It's the microphone attached to the earbuds instead of phone. It's just phone buds. Surprised it even picks up that well.
So Johnny, you could win 100 Steem if you submit your business plan to Aggro.
Yeah, I'll pass on that.
That sounds like a lot of work. Interesting though. I did see that.
Yeah, there is some discussions on there on whether or not that would work or not. Some people said, why are you trying to get everyone to post their business plans to you? And there's some
funny.
other
It's
ones
the very first thing I thought of.
Thankful.
I like Aggro.
And
I don't mean
helpful of the
anything
idea.
in that relation.
Yeah, I mean he's been cool to us. We've had him on to talk
The
about
ridiculous
Steam
bullshit that we want to do is not worth $100.
You don't have $100 business plan? I do. I have over 100 Steam business plan.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's fair.
It's not even $100. I mean, Steam's only 75 cents or 72 cents now.
Well,
right?
Roughly it's around $100 when you want to calculate it, but
73 is a lot further away from 100 than 88. That's all I had.
I got lost.
Bah.
I'm lost.
All right. Well, I think that was probably all then for
preemptives, unless anyone else has any more.
She got lost, and now she's going to be sheared.
I don't have a preemptive this week. I mean, I was going to talk about a number of things, but really, I'm not feeling it. But this has been really helpful, and I've just been sitting and listening and learning. The one thing that I did want to mention is I'm going to go ahead and just throw a link in the chat box here. I read a Medium article, and about a week ago when we were talking about voting, and I recall at the time I said something. I said, as I was saying that, it sounded false. It's like I didn't even believe what I was saying, and I hate that feeling. So anyway, I came across this article on Medium. I'll just post a link in the chat, and you guys are welcome. Does this show up on your live streams? Anyway, it's a Medium article called "I'm a Computer Scientist. Here's Why You Should Never Trust a Computer," and it points up the fundamental problem with online voting. I don't know whether there's a blockchain solution, potentially. If we have someone here who's a blockchain programmer or a blockchain engineer, maybe they can see where there's a solution via blockchain almost immediately. I don't know.
What about the Horizon Network?
I don't know. Again,
all I know is this was brought up at the Andreas Antonopoulos thing, and he was like, "No, that's a horrible idea. We are so far from being able to vote on the blockchain." So, and then he went into technicals. I was like, but I was surprised because we had just spoken about it, and he was like, absolutely not a good idea right now.
And all I was able to do last time we talked about this, which I believe was a week ago when they were having the evening of the vote, was refer you to a guy named Bruce Shire on security. And he has a lot of great articles that explore this sort of thing. But again, this is a very pointed article that talks about specifically the inherent problems. And so, it's going to be paper ballots for a while, it looks like, according to the best technical minds and security experts in the field. And, we got to do what works there. There's no room to fudge on that. And it's
like I did bring up in that particular episode, I do think we should maybe go towards something like range voting. because it's been more of a fair game.
Yeah, there's other systems of there's a more proportional voting as opposed to we talked about this a little bit, first past the post. There's other forms of elections and balloting, but this was about the technical aspect in particular.
I did also find out the name of the guy I mentioned that I might vote for in 2020, Andrew Yang, I think it is.
Interesting.
I saw that guy. I actually was reading up on him a bit. I can't remember how I came across him, but yeah,
Is that the dude that wants to give everyone $1,000 a month?
Correct.
Well, now we're into another big topic. Boy, that's a
He's
big
a
one.
universal basic income kind of guy.
Yeah, back to the universal basic income.
He's got no chance, but I wish him good luck.
Well, Hillary wants to run again too. She's putting feelers out there.
Oh God, please no.
No, dude, I know it's gonna happen. Either that,
They're
people are
gonna,
like,
they're gonna
Biden.
nominate her.
Like,
You know they're
no,
gonna nominate her, dumbass.
Well, and we know with more of the same, we're doomed, which is why we're here. So, moving on. That's all I had as far as preemptives this week. I'll shut
I'll
up.
say this: as someone that's not Democrat, I hope she runs again.
Other candidates in the Democratic Party are automatically fucked because they're gonna pick her.
Patrick says UBI doesn't work. Well, yeah, I think there's lots of reason to believe that it wouldn't, but it's an interesting topic.
I'm all for it, you know.
All right, that was a good pause. So what else is there? Let's see. What's something else I was going to bring up? I can't remember what it is exactly, what the name of the Twitter account was, but I saw someone who does like Bitcoin news, kind of like on like it looked like it was video based Bitcoin news, and they are trying to do like regular programming of like different altcoins. And so I was like, hey, do you have anyone doing Steem? So I'm going to try and get on there talking about Steem as like their Steem. I was like, do you have a Steem representative? And they told me who to get in contact with. So for what it's worth, that might lead to something. I'm like, whoever wants to pay me to do whatever until I get self-sustaining, because this job is starting to end and I don't want to look for a new one, but I'm probably going to have to. It probably won't happen that quick, but by the end of the year, I'm going to have to, find another job. And Snapchat was the only one I found. And I don't know if I'll get that one, but I might end up at Snapchat. We'll see, as a marketing guy.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll see.
That shit is fucking popular with the kids, man.
It is.
I think it's
that was
creepy
one.
as
I'm going to
fuck.
have to act. I'm going to ask them and then be on it and be like, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, we have a Snapchat too. Sepunks, SCPUNKS.
Yes. Never used it. I don't know why.
Because it's creepy and...
Yeah.
My kids use it because they're shady fucks.
Right.
And they're using it so that I can't track their shit. And
Yeah.
I can tell, they're like, oh, it tells you if they screenshot it and shit. I'm like, well, that's shady. Oh, well, so I get why they're using it.
The fucking kids love it. My 17-year-old, I'll tell you, everybody in high school, that's their app, man.
That's the
They're
thing.
Snapchatters.
Yeah. Now I wonder if like I've got the app Mobizon, Mobizon, and I mean it's just one, a dime a dozen kind of app that lets you record your screen. And I was wondering if you click that bad boy on while you're watching someone's Snapchat, if it would alert them to that, or if it's already shoot a screenshot. Yeah, it would.
Yes, there's been instances where people I know that have YouTube channels had their screen recorder on and it like glitched and notified me.
Interesting.
I know a couple of the people that do those like stupid videos where they ask out their crushes and.
Okay, well that's not gonna work. Shoot. Well, thanks. That was like some dad shit I was trying to get in on, but apparently that's not gonna work.
Yeah, no, you're fucked. Sorry. You're just fucked.
Well, luckily he doesn't watch this, and I've got a little way to find out what he looks like looks at on his phone anyways, and that he doesn't know about. So.
Ah.
One day he'll figure it out, but right now he's just like, man, you're really good at looking for stuff. I'm like,
go creepy hacker dad.
Oh hell yeah, man! I know it's funny how that fucking switches, huh? You know, I'm all for personal, autonomy, but he's 15, so he doesn't have that yet. He hasn't earned it, that's for sure.
Oh, I was watching porn way before I was 15. So.
Oh, he's doing way, dude. If he was only watching porn, I'd be the happiest guy in the world. Are you kidding me? That's natural and healthy, man. It's worse than that. Are you kidding me?
They didn't even have porn when I was 15.
I'm like S&M. All right, boy.
Your friend's dad did though, and you knew which dad had the creepy old.
Had to look at old issues of modern photography. God. So
anyways, yeah.
I propose some sort of drinking game whenever like a buzzword or something gets said on the panel.
Oh, wait a minute. Does
Johnny
has to answer questions, doesn't he?
No.
I've done it.
Way long ago.
Do it again.
I'll do it again. I loved it. I'll do it again.
I'll drink.
Is Gone Rogue even still here?
Whenever somebody declines the.
He might be.
Dude, I have a busted motherboard on my end.
Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Well, you have dogs.
What?
You can totally access your questions.
No, Rashi.
I'm on my.
Yeah,
he's over here with 2 fucking devices, and that's the shit she has to tell me.
Love her.
Oh yeah.
She's wonderful. She's like, no, that's bullshit. Fucking get with it.
Don't sit around and complain. You gotta make lemonade, Gone Rogue. You gotta make lemonade with your lemons, man.
Fuck that. Dude, I'm like
spicy.
I've been so spoiled with shit, man. It's like I said, I've been with my head.
I know. It's like your motherboard blew, and now I can't get my digibytes that I was promised.
No. I still have a mobile app. Did you download the app?
I downloaded the Chrome browser.
Is your mobile fried? You need to get a drinking game.
All you need to do is send me your stuff. I have a mobile.
Yeah, what are we doing for the drinking game?
I don't even have any
booze in the house.
Where's the drinking game?
Drink whenever there's dead.
Hold on.
I automatically kick myself out of this being the only one that's vegan straight edge in the group.
Why? You should just have to do a shot of Tabasco.
Wait, what's vegan have to do with the alcohol then?
Yeah.
Look, you can find something.
Somebody needs to do
a
vlog
shot of
or
do a shot of wasabi every time.
Yeah, hots or shots, man.
I guess I could make that happen.
What about Ned's vlog? I mean, or was it a chat or whatever?
We don't know what it was. It was just
drinking game.
It was Ned. It was Ned with his tech guy, 2 cameras, and a backdrop.
If you can't turn that into a drinking game,
guitar.
I might have to make a parody of that.
Oh, there's no might.
You know?
There's no might.
I've got the hair for it, man. I
was just complaining yesterday about being bored and needing someone to play with.
I'm
It
surprised
sounds
you're not already working on
I can already see.
I don't know why it didn't occur to me.
This. It's gonna be like it's probably gonna open up saying something along the lines, and now I'm getting messed with by all seeing you like she did with Sanders.
Oh, the suspenders. Oh, fuck. All
So-
right.
Oh,
Someone's gonna come yell at us.
So an
couldn't help it.
anarchist, a vegan, and a CrossFit member walk into a bar. Who says what first? Who's gonna say what they are first?
The vegan?
CrossFit.
I actually maybe this would be better. A anarchist, a vegan, and a Marine walk into a bar. Who says it first?
Oh man, everybody at the same time.
How do you know a person is a Marine? Don't worry, they'll tell you.
They'll tell you, yeah, for sure. Jesus. Yeah.
Awkward air. Let's drink.
Hey, okay, we're on it. Oh, I need a re-pour.
I don't have any booze in the house. All I've got is this freezing cold coffee.
I can go make a tea, I guess.
I could punctuate the interruption.
Please
I've
do.
never been known to leave alcohol laying around.
No, not bacon.
Hey, Johnny, good to see you. By the way,
Hey, how are you, man?
it's good. I'm doing better than most days. What about you? How the question I had for you, and it completely went over. You've been in a long time Steemian too, and I was trying to get. Thank you, by the way, Eric, for asking my question. But Johnny, can you put up your own particular interpretation on the Ned declining payouts part of Steem, being on Steem and understanding why the CEO has to, decline payouts on this crazy post?
Well, so someone had pretty much answered very close to what I would have said. And I really think that, we have a lot of community members that have been here a long time who have plenty of some legit, some not legit complaints about this platform. And they're always looking for something to complain about. I mean, we live in that world now. That's the society we've lived in for a while now. When you got something to complain about. And the simple fact is, I think the community would take a very firm stance and thinking that it's quite selfish. The guy did a lot of upvoting for the community, rarely ever. He used a lot of his Steam power to flag people, though. No problem if he's pissed off. So if he were making posts and making money from the reward pool, I think a lot of people would be very about it. And I'm sure it's probably just a good PR move to not. If I were him, I wouldn't either.
Well, thank you for clarifying that, because that's what I was looking for. You're much better spoken about it than I am, because that's not it's not the way I could have put it. I'm saying it because that's my limitation. So I'm glad you were able to clarify that, because I was trying to explain to the pile here a few times about that. And I actually have a little bit of an audience that I've been growing in my network. And you know that I've hashtagged for a while the steampunk radio tag, correct?
Yep.
Can you elucidate, just as you know Steem it and you know my work, and I'm not putting you on the spot, so don't answer if you don't feel comfortable, but just as you've come to know me on the blockchain and what you think of what I've been doing there.
Look, I look at it like this, and this is the easiest way to approach that. All right, I appreciate anyone on this platform that puts their foot forward and tries. Period. I wish I could vote for all of them. There are so many here. And that's why I'm so disappointed when, especially like when I was hosting these meetups from my show, all right, I would get to meet a lot of people in groups, and I would meet so many people that would sit around and spend hours just complaining about this platform. And it's like, why are you fucking here then? And meanwhile, you have all these other people that constantly try to push the envelope further, not just for themselves, but for others. You try, and you're respected here because of it, and you deserve the respect you get, bud.
Oh man, thanks. Appreciate that. I'm really about like pointing out in some kind of strange fashion, I guess, like an artistic fashion, of how like I use this blockchain better than the CEO does, because apparently I know what it is.
I just encountered a great example of kind of what we're talking about. So I'm on Busy, right? And I was just going to try to play it in the background with no audio. And the thing that I get on it, it says playback on other websites has been disabled by the video owner. That's Ned's video, his intro video. So I don't know why you would do that when you own a platform that people might want to view your stuff on, which you're the CEO
the live
of.
stream, from my understanding, with the live stream, when you put it in the post, it doesn't have the embed for a live stream. I could be wrong about that.
So
but
then
there's
he
an explanation in the post.
Oh no, yeah, you can stream live.
Out?
You can stream live in your embedded post on Steem from YouTube.
Right, and that just tells me though, Eric, that he didn't go back and upload the right one.
Yeah, I mean, I did it. I was actually surprised that it did. Like I knew playback VOD worked, but live streaming worked. Before I got affiliated, I was live streaming on Twitch and YouTube and Vim and Mixer. I was using Caster. I was streaming everywhere.
So what do you
and yeah, the YouTube stream embeds right in. You can watch it live right in the Steem post.
Why do you think that would happen then, if that was the case? Like, did he do that deliberately, or was that just an oversight when they're setting it up, you think? Because I don't know the difference what you need to do to make that work as compared to what he did.
It's a simple
Seems
oversight.
much more likely that, yeah, I would say closer. I mean, I think oversight's probably polite. It's probably stupidity more than anything.
I was being polite. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, but I definitely don't think it was intentional. And if it was, then that's just another example of stupidity.
Well,
But
and here
I
you're
would
not
be much more
completely
willing to think
undiplomatic, Frank.
he doesn't know how to properly use it.
Or his tech person.
Or even his own platform, because you know the real genius behind what this is that as a blockchain, it's actually an alert system. So I think I keep bringing up a lot of these things, you know, mimetically in the art, and it's really designed to be kind of like brainstorming sessions. But I've written about this extensively for 2 years about how to like use this thing, and I do use it. I use it pretty well. I love Steem it. I'm not one of those guys that complains about it. I complain about the CEO because that's part of the shove going on. This is supposed to be a decentralized system, so nobody really owns it. However, the guys that robbed the bank out of the get-go, because it's a distributed proof of stake system, broke it right out of the get-go.
Right.
They broke it right off the bat. So we can't really use it economically like we wanted to pay our bills and all this other stuff, but it's still a blockchain, and it's a long haul now. It's a long haul because they eventually want to get these guys out, these nutters, these whack jobs that don't know what they're doing. They just got lucky because they slid pieces under the door for a couple of weeks for this guy, Dan, to build them a BitShares 2.0 with just one real single currency issuance instead of the other one. So now he's going on to EOS, and that will eat this. This things will get eaten by EOS in an EOS type token. It won't get eaten by SMTs. SMTs aren't coming. If the guy can't even figure out how to embed YouTube videos on his own platform, don't expect the SMTs. So I don't like spreading his brand of news on this. And I created the steampunk radio mimetic because I was crippled and disabled, still am. And I don't really have the ability to do what I used to do. I used to be able to just boss people around and make them do shit for me and dance for money. And I hate that kind of lifestyle anymore. I'm like, hey, now we're on this blockchain.
I'm your private dancer. Dancer for money.
It's weird when you're doing a show that is a live video show and the two people talking are not on live video, and the four people that are on video are just looking around like, who's saying what the fuck is going on?
I can't show my normal form.
No, you don't have to. I'm sure that someone watching this, if they were to see in just that moment of time, are like,
well, and I want to just point out something. You guys are more steampunk radio than anybody else has come close to. Steampunk radio was kind of like anybody know what the cicada puzzle is?
I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
this was meme. This was my version of cicada. It was a way to puzzle people and get them to actually just do the work, because I get a lot of people that just jump up and be like, "Oh, I know how to do that," and then they run and they do the exact opposite of what they thought they knew how to do. So I was waiting to see when people would figure out what they're doing, and it's this right here. How about you sit around and talk about shit that you find on Steemit and nothing else? Don't bring up any of these other platforms at all. It's pointless to bring up any platform that's not paying you. You're feeding into those platforms whenever you bring them up. So it is like magic in that way, where you're invoking these powers. So when you say Twitter or YouTube or Twitch, guess what? The mimetics of those powerhouses, those group mimetics, are coming into your room and stealing advertising space. Okay, you guys are the ads. There's no reason to put any other form of sponsorship on here. The sponsorship's being provided by a decentralized platform that would pay you for your efforts if you put shit on it. But not even the CEO puts shit on it. So it's really hard to sell it to other people. And what's unfortunate is you need other people in order to make this work. So I'm just trying to do radio, because as a disabled person, I like to listen to things. I can't interact all the time. It's very difficult and frustrating to want to interact with people. And then when you try to, you end up blowing up their computers or sending them plagues or something. It's just really strange. But that's my personal problem. I like what you guys are doing, and I say keep it up. And Eric, I'm your #1 fan now, so you'll find me on Twitch. I'm going to let you guys have your night back, okay? Thanks, y'all.
Thanks.
All right, Frank.
Take care, man.
Sure do appreciate you, Bacon.
I never met a
Awkward
Bacon I didn't like.
silence, let's drink. Right.
Amen to that.
Like Bacon.
I like that. What do you think,
and
John?
ladies, it was an absolute pleasure chiming in with you guys again. And I hope to see you guys again soon. I'd love to have any of you anytime. You want to hop over when I'm doing my show and you want to be a guest, pop in, promote your show, promote Vim, promote Steem it. I mean, that's what I'm trying to do over there. So,
and as a dummy,
anytime.
who's never used Twitch, are you saying you can watch Twitch? You can watch Twitch streams and not have an account?
There's VODs too, right? You can set settings to have VODs. I believe.
Yes, you can. You
Okay.
can. By the way, John, you can absolutely watch without having an account.
Okay.
But it's easy to make an account too. Give them a follow, and give me
Good
a
to
follow.
see you again, Johnny.
For the show, John, if you ever wanted to pop over there, I and it's thanks to you, I use Zoom for our show.
Cool.
I love it. That's what I recommend as well.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you saw the screenshot, we created a layover and everything, but we're in Zoom. We're doing that show right in Zoom.
Very generic layover for my Morning Coins show. So yeah, that's cool. I like yours. I need graphic design help, but I know you invest in yours, so I don't. I just make mine on Google Drawings.
Yo, you have 2 people on the panel that can do that for you, All Seeing and Narashi.
Yo.
So I don't want to
I
hear
can do it
excuses,
for you.
John.
That's technically 3 because
Got the S. Yeah, TJ as well.
But yeah, any of you guys, anytime, you're always welcome. Just like you make everybody welcome here, you're welcome on my show as well. Love to see you guys chime in. Love to see you pop into the chat sometime. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bow out for the evening. Let you guys finish your steaming pile. And I wish all of you, ladies and gentlemen, a lovely evening.
Good night, Johnny.
All right, Johnny. Thanks for coming on, man.
Good night, dude.
All right, peace out, guys.
Well, that was fun.
yummy, delicious.
Like mines.
Bean burrito from dollar store stuff.
I like the TB bean burritos.
That dude hooked on him over here.
A nice GMO burrito. GMorito.
You're right.
I made these myself with stuff I bought at Dollar Tree. Sorry for not explaining that. I bought.
That's not the purple wrapper one that you just put in the microwave and pull out.
All right,
no, I got tortillas and I have beans and I threw them together just a couple times ago.
On that happy note, I'm gonna go.
On what happy note?
The burrito note.
Well, NYN.
Can anyone hear Sean?
9 Hex just got here, so you might want to stick around and see what they have to say.
Oh no, I don't. I want to leave.
All right.
You can do whatever.
See ya.
What's a 9 hex?
I don't know.
Bye, All Seeing. Thanks for coming by.
Nice to see you. Always.
Nice to see you.
Hey, a little self promotion here. All Seeing is working on a video for me to put before my streams, kind of like you watch the old sitcoms and stuff. It has that lead up to the show.
Shows you in different
Yeah, she's working on it. Working on something for me. And there's a video she asked me to do the dance to bring the camera out, green screen, do the dance. And I did. I sent her the 2 videos today, and you can see the smile on I cannot wait to see what she comes up with, because it is the most ridiculous shit you've ever seen, and I can't wait to see how she applies it to the video that she's already done. She gave me a sneak peek of the video, 40% done, 50% done, and I am just so excited.
I like the Yippee-Ki-Yay thumbnil that you had the other day.
That was All Seeing as well. It's beautiful. And, every once in a while I get somebody commenting on it. And, let's face it, we're superficial in some regards. Sometimes we upvote somebody just because of a funny thumbnail. I think we all have different voting patterns.
Yeah.
And we're not, just because we have voting power, we're not necessarily in the mood to consume that content. So we just kind of go through our timeline and support the people that we want to support or something interesting. And we're superficial a lot. At least I am. I can't speak for others, but sometimes I'll just look at an interesting title that they put is enough for me to throw some support that way. A funny thumbnail goes a long way. So if you combine a funny title and a funny thumbnail, you're probably getting my upvote, because I'm not always in the mood to consume that content at the moment.
I'd be interested to see your intro bumper.
I can't wait. I literally cannot wait to see it. I'm so excited.
Did you ever watch Rick and Morty? You ever watch Rick and Morty, Eric?
Duh.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
hey, real quick.
Right.
Everybody wants people they like to be right. That's why celebrities are idiots. That's from Rick and Morty. I love
Got you.
Rick. Love
So
it.
there's this one episode from the first season. I don't know. It's like late in the season, maybe 7 or 8 or 9. And it's Rick sits down and he shows them this TV where they can watch episodes from alternate realities, right? And everything in this particular episode of Rick and Morty is just completely fucking bizarre. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. So anyway, the reason I got to thinking about that is I was watching it the other night, and just that day I had read this thing, and recently I was talking about here on the Steeming Pile, I was talking about people disappearing and how there's not a whole hell of a lot we're going to do anything about it because it shakes the foundation. The guy named Khashoggi, who was the journalist for the Washington Post, and goes into the Saudi embassy in Turkey, and bye-bye. And I couldn't think of the other guy who recently disappeared. He was the president of Interpol, which is the international police organization.
They have a fucking president?
Disappeared because of the Chinese government. There was a gal named Fan Bingbing who's disappeared. And it's just like, so I'm watching this episode of Rick and Morty, and I'm thinking, what is it that all day long I've been thinking, what the hell does the Chinese government have problems with? And when they disappeared Fan Bingbing, they said that she was basically a celebrity on par with their leader, Xing, whatever the hell his name is, and I don't care. You know, he's an evil despot dictator, right? He's a tyrant from hell. Fuck him. Fuck their whole system. Not that ours is any better. You know, you could point to some disappeared journalists we have here as well. So anyway, how do you, it's like you said, I mean, you appreciate what you appreciate for whatever reason. And that's freedom. That is what freedom looks like. And there's no, you can't regulate this stuff away. And this is the future of blockchain and cryptography in relation to blockchain. And this is the future of governance as well. I don't know how it's going to pan out.
The big question is: there's a president of fucking Interpol.
There was. He disappeared recently. I forgot his name. Hold on, I'll link you to some shit.
All right, I'm actually already googling.
Right.
Yeah, and
fun stuff.
She left because of the burrito. That's the reason I would fucking stay.
It's all good.
9X, is that how you say it?
Well, I'm sorry, I'm fucking starving.
Thanks for jumping on. What caused that to happen?
Bacon referred me.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Nice. Thanks for coming along.
Absolutely.
How long have you been on Steem?
A couple of weeks. I've done a lot of decentralization work and blockchain work on my own projects.
We don't know anything about that.
Of course, yeah.
Well, a couple of us don't. Some of them do.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, so just got turned on to Steem it, and it seems pretty interesting. And yeah, see what happens.
Well, do you have any initial plans for what you're going to do with your blog or what you're going to do on here? Are you a content creator?
I'm a little bit of everything polymathic, right? So I do like chaos math, cryptology, stag, programming, security, content, video, a little bit of everything. So
gotcha.
And I'll probably just blast it and see what happens. And I'm really not here to make money though. I'm just here to kind of disrupt.
Do you kind of lean towards the forensic side of it? Sounds like it.
I lean towards yes.
Nice. Very nice. Good for you, man.
Yeah.
You have any projects you're working on recently that you could talk about, applications for the stuff you mentioned that you're interested in?
Yeah, I've actually done some work on Scuttlebutt, which is decentralized kind of social networking, similar to Steem, but uses a different type of blockchain, and it's all in JavaScript. So it's a different platform. And I've also done some customized forks of Mastodon, which I don't really actually consider to be true decentralization because they still federate. But at the same time, it's interesting to fork projects and try to alter them and push them beyond their boundaries. One of the projects that I worked on with Mastodon was basically having a hard node that would actually counterattack people that attack it. But
Live at the bridge?
That's not going to be released.
So is Scuttlebutt a blockchain, and does it have some edgy spelling?
Yeah, you can go. Actually, I can find the posts. I'm sorry, the GitHub.
I just like learning stuff.
Yeah, so Scuttlebutt uses a blockchain. It's like memory map files and stuff like that, and it does use a form of IPFS. But the way it works is a lot different in the sense that when you start your client, you're connected to yourself. So you post something as, let's say, I'm Johnny, right? That post just sits there on your computer, machine, or whatever. As you connect to people, they become nodes, and that message gets forwarded through the chain. And the more people you connect to, the sequence advances, and everyone persists the same data. So it's interesting.
That is interesting. Link us up if you would, please. Right.
Yeah.
Get a bit more info.
Absolutely.
Cool. Good. I have an application that I'm interested in building. I haven't talked about it in great length here, but it has a video chat component dead center right in the middle of it at its core. And I don't really know how to go about doing that. That's not what brought me to Steem it. I have other things to talk about, and I have a range of interest, and that's what keeps me coming back to the steaming piles, because we talk about a lot of things, and they all seem to lead back to Steem it and crypto and blockchains. And but I definitely
like a Snapchat is what you're thinking of doing.
Yeah, the thing about my discussion
Live
of
at the
this,
bridge?
I've mentioned it maybe once in the past, is that, I'm reluctant to discuss it openly. Everyone has their trade secret. Colonel Sanders had his 11 herbs and spices, and Koch's had their secret.
Patrick and Katie love so dearly.
Right. And so I don't get into it much here. So I have to be sort of strategic and incremental in terms of how I approach it and who I'm talking with. And I'm going to talk about that a bit on my vlogs too. I've got the ESP change thing, which is the idea is I'm going to address the needed economic, social, and political change. But I started out on Steem it with this thing called River of Sight, which is my original nick. And that's the one that's going to relate to my company. And it's taken me a lot of research and a lot of listening and learning in order to figure out how to even begin to scratch the surface over there. And little things like you meet someone who's interested in cutting edge blockchain stuff, and you go, hey, tell me about what you're into. I find there are a lot of programmers that don't really have applications that they're passionate about. And that's okay. That just seems to be the way that it is. And I find there are a lot of people that are interested in making an application that I can't get excited about. And I find some few that have enough of an understanding and are passionate enough that maybe their things are worth looking into a little bit deeper. So
I'll actually speak as a programmer.
Yeah.
Long-time programmer. So the people that don't have anything interesting to talk about, it's either super NDA hush-hush or they're just working for the dollar. And myself, I actually don't work for the dollar. So,
right.
Yeah, I mean, I have projects that I'm just curious about. Like right now, I'm working on talking to my computer. Like we're not talking Siri and Alexa, all of that, but actual true AI and like speech analysis and stuff like that, just so I can talk to websites and get information pumped to me like on command. And it's a little bit of reinventing the wheel. But it is what it is.
Well, and I've always been fascinated by that. Wearables was quite the topic, I guess, 5 or 10 years ago. And my thinking, and then when I first started to learn about programming, the idea was you'd tell this thing what you want, it would do it. Eventually we get to that. I sometimes mention here the Star Trek future. Computer, make me a program, give me a radio dial, give me a slider, give me 3 fields. One's an open field, one is, Boolean, et cetera, et cetera. And it just builds it while you talk about it, but I mean, natural speech is where natural speech is. There's different types of dictionaries involved. You're going to get a legal dictionary if you want a natural speech application with the legal sort of applications. You're going to get a different dictionary, a different sort of a lexicon with another realm. And then, of course, you get into commands, given a particular computer or a particular operating system. That's a lot to put together. We have a little ways to go on that one.
Yeah, it is, but you get enough motivated people with the right amount of time, and I mean, I think pretty much anything is possible. We shouldn't be limiting anything.
I hope so.
Well, then,
I got a weird question for you. Random,
Yes.
but I'm working on a project. How familiar are you with RFID?
Very. I actually have one.
There's a reason I asked you that. Let's chat after the show.
Why? Why after?
Dude, proprietary, man. I got
poor
big
shit.
fucking ideas. And you know what?
Send it to Agro.
I've had such crazy synchronicity the last 3 weeks. I felt very confident in asking Nine about that because I knew he was going to say that.
Send your business plan to Agro. He'll give you 100 Steam.
There you
That'll
go,
get
man.
you closer to your 5,000 goal.
all these blockchains.
I will get very close to my 5,000 goal when I become a millionaire and I buy a bunch of Steam.
We're all going to have to buy.
Just remember where you met him.
We're all going to have to buy.
Delegate.
We're going to have to buy EWTs. Eric Wilson tokens.
SMT coming out soon. Hey, yeah. Shazam.
Frank Bacon said, this is why 9hex and I get along. He understands me. His Genius level 11 going to rock my campaign to reclaim the Steam blockchain. Dude on the web said Eric is the Antichrist, wanting to chip the population.
I've asked that in a few Discords because I'd rather work with somebody that I knew rather than just going to Fiverr, or I found somebody else that does pro software with RFID. And, call me crazy, but this is something I've been thinking about for a few weeks. I feel generally if you work with somebody on the blockchain that has a decent rep and that is established on the blockchain, I have a feeling there's incentive not to screw anybody over, because I can easily make a post about it and say, this person screwed me over. There's like like a built-in trust factor that somebody that's established on the blockchain isn't going to ruin that. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm putting trust where it shouldn't be had, but I just kind of feel that there's kind of the instant wink and a nudge when you're dealing with somebody on Steam that says, hey, there's consequences on this blockchain and within this community for treating people wrong. But I don't know. How do you guys feel about that?
The internet and the block does not forget.
That's right.
Yeah, I certainly think the community would. I mean, I can definitely speak on my own accord, building relationships and networking and, looking to network with certain people on particular projects. If I heard anything like that, I would, and, I know that I have the, it's great to have this small community here. So I would actually just bring it up here. Hey, have you guys heard of this? Or bring it up, on a back channel maybe. But yeah, I certainly would question it and not jump feet first. But
no, I mean,
look at Nine coming in here all artistic looking, man. Look at that setup, dude. It's like he's planning this for months. Look at that. Look at you. You can't look at that.
I've never felt the need to encourage you when you say find your tribe, because you're absolutely right. I'm in complete agreement there. But how do you find your tribe? And you gravitate towards those things that you're truly interested in and that you're truly passionate about. And for me, when it comes to time
to... back corner of Hot Topic.
Yeah, there you go. Or you find them in the back corner of Hot Topic. But, I mean, for me, when it comes time to collaborate or partner with somebody, I'm looking for someone who finds real meaning in your project. I don't know what it is, RFID, something RFID, but whatever it is, when you sort of explain it better, You want them to be like, yeah, I like this. I want to see this happen, more so than, how much can you pay me? Right? So someone who finds your project meaningful, that's one thing. Two is you have to be able to get along, which is that personal aspect, which cuts to the trust thing. Because me, the degree to which I trust somebody has a lot to do with whether or not we tend to share the same sort of worldview and the same sorts of perspectives on certain things. And then, of course, the next thing is that you want to get with somebody who's good enough, hopefully good enough to do what you're looking to do right now. And better still, somebody that you look at and when you look at what it is that they're doing and where they're likely to be in terms of the trajectory of their relationship with the project, that they're going to be even better going forward. Those to me are the big ticket items. Do they find real meaning in the project? Do you get along on a personal level? And do they have the skills now, or better still, the skills going forward? And I've been giving this shit a lot of thought, and I've been trying to approach this for my own project in a number of relationships for a while, but you don't want to get screwed. That's the number one rule. Don't get screwed. Sure. And it's not as simple as, oh, you've got JavaScript skills, I'm looking for somebody with JavaScript. Because there's a lot of that out there, and some of that will screw you horribly. So that's why you have to be careful about it.
So a couple things that I've been really looking at was, I think it was Acidio made a post, and I said something. He was trying to bring somebody over. Somebody got banned from Fiverr. His name is Pete, or VoiceOver Pete, I think it is, on Twitter. He got banned from Fiverr, and I made a comment. And I said, "Is there a Fiverr-like app on Steam?" And somebody mentioned Steam gigs, but when I tried Steam gigs before, it was complicated. I need something just super easy, right? So I said something. I think somebody should make a Fiverr app on Steam,
right?
And somebody else just said nothing but noted. Like,
right.
That makes me think, is somebody like running off and like building a team and like trying to build a Fiverr app on Steam? Like, please let me know. Please. I've had so many uses for Fiverr in the last 6 months. And,
yeah, that'd be
cool. And also I messaged somebody, I messaged, with my big grand idea. I messaged a few people and asked them if there's inventor support on Steam somewhere. And I didn't get a response from anybody that knew anything.
Sure.
But for somebody like me who's a dreamer,
yeah,
it's really easy for me to make a post and put it out there and just say, hey, I put it on the blockchain. I have rights to it. But you know how people are. They're going to copy and blah, blah, blah. But if there was some sort of resource on Steam that helped bring the pieces together of saying, hey, I got this idea. What do I do from now? Okay, your information's safe with us. We swear. Let's talk about this. Okay, you need somebody in this, this, and this. I'll talk to Utopian. I'll talk to this. I'll talk to that. I know somebody in legal that can kind of wiggle your way through. So like the big two things right now that I would most support is a Fiverr-like app on Steam, and also inventor support of somebody that's been through the ringer, been through patent. And I've talked to a few people regarding IP, and I'm sure on this panel we have very differing opinions on IP, or maybe it's similar.
Right.
But I'm not a fan of IP. I'm a fan of get your shit out there, make it work, do it, and then that's your IP. You have the advantage over everybody, and then
first
everybody
mover advantage.
Well, exactly.
Not
right.
Even first mover, but let's just say Linux Torvald, who never made money off of Linux per se, but he's made a life and a career out of it because he's damn good at what he does, and he's at the center of that very project.
I'm not a fan of IP, and I can't speak to Linux. Maybe even TJ could probably speak more to that. But
anyway, that's not the point.
Sure, it depends on what you want to know.
For me, with the way technology is, I think IP laws in general stifle a lot of creation. Also, you got patent sniping and things of that nature. So you keep private what you need to keep private, and you release what you want to release. And as much as I think open source is the future, I also feel that you have the right to try to preserve that. And if the point comes to where you create something successful that you do want to put towards open source, I honestly feel open source is going to open source and blockchain is going to make the government obsolete. So I may be an anarchist, but I'm not voting to make it a reality. I'm not trying to make it a reality other than what I can do in and of myself.
Right.
So for me, I support programs that support the things that I feel are going to make it obsolete overall. So I support open source, and I support the blockchains and things that I feel are going to make it obsolete.
Absolutely.
So here's where you're actually making a mistake. You're trying to find your tribe. Your tribe's already finding you. You just don't realize it, but you will in about 10 minutes.
I like you, Nine.
Right.
I like you a lot.
That
And the last time I said that to somebody was Matt from Oracle, and that was before they had the delegation, and now they have 2 million delegation. Because I knew Matt and Arcotech with what they're doing with Oracle D was going to fucking blow up, and it was amazing. And we'll talk.
Yeah, and I want to see you get your project built. You know, and I could talk about this stuff all day. Like I said, the original reason I came to Steem, and I wasn't sure how to do that, and I built my first profile around my other Nick, has everything to do with my project. And then I got to the point where I'm not sure how to do that. Let me focus on this other thing, which is every bit as important, and I think has more of a place in Steem it right now. And I actually think that you getting your app built, if it's that thing you just mentioned, or even if it's sort of like that, I think that's going to be easier than setting up something on Steem that, and I hope somebody does this. Maybe you'll do it. Maybe I'll do it. But setting up something on Steem that facilitates the process, because that's almost one of those big ticket items that's so hard to figure out. It's kind of like when I mentioned how to use blockchain to solve the problem of this inherent insecurity about computing. It's a big ticket item, and it's not an easily answered question. You know, there are any number of processes to getting your project done in a way that you feel good about it, that it has a place in the market, and that it's not completely proprietary, and yet it's not completely open source either. That's tricky stuff, dude. If there were a known pathway to that, I'd just say, oh, go ahead and make the Steem It presence that sort of adds up to said known pathway. It's not that simple. There's any number of ways to do that.
Now, I heard Shiren, basically when D-Live made the announcement, Shiren and Vim got a lot of attention. Johnny was a forefront leader in that. He really pushed it to TeamSpeak. There's a lot of activity in TeamSpeak, in Steam Speak, right after the announcement. A lot of the whales want to know what the hell was going on. And Patrick was brought in, I was brought in, and a couple other people, Shiren, Johnny, other people that were brought in that were part of the community that kind of try to bridge the gap. Remember, that's the buzzword. And really, he said flat out that they're not decentralized in the sense of their programming. And a lot of people agreed that you have the right to the work that you put in of that programming. You don't have to release it. You don't have to make it open source. And there's a lot of agreement as far as, you know, yeah, like if you did that, any Johnny come lately could make a streaming platform on Steem just by copying and pasting. I think Shiren deserves that little lead of trying to build it. And let's admit, I don't know if he has any more developers on the program, but let's just say for what he's done, if it is just him, for what he's done in the short period of time is mind blowing. And even when D-Live was still on the Steem blockchain, I had people who knew about programming that said, dude, you shouldn't be such a D-Live fanboy. You really should look at Vim, because what he's doing with what he has is really mind blowing. And it's really a testament to what's going on. You know, D-Live has a team of people, and Vim, from my understanding, is Shiren as the developer. And what he's doing is beautiful. If he had the funding and the team that other platforms had, imagine what he could do. So I'm really hoping he gets some sort of support from Stink, you know?
I'm with you. And I think what we're both saying is that it's better, and that someone whoever had played a large role in that project should see some benefit from that, you know. And so that's the deal. As long as it's better than what went before, if you've got a better widget, be it a product or a service, and it's more sustainable, and it's more sort of fair and equitable. Even if it's not perfect, even if it's just a different balance in terms of your business model, if it's better than what went before, and it's got a better business model than what went before, and it's, then yeah, you shouldn't walk away poor.
Vim maintenance in 4 minutes.
All right.
No pressure.
All right. Well, before we go,
I say this should go. He said it's going to be short. I think this has been a great talk. I'm willing to stay on if you guys are willing to weather the storm.
I am too, for sure.
If it
Can we do a
survives.
quick little project here? I want to do a quick screenshot. So if everyone wants to do a quick like hello or something, or just at least not be like doing something awkward, and I'll say on 3, we'll say hi.
All I do is awkward.
Who are we saying hi to?
Okay. Just your screen. So I'm going to take a capture and then use it in promos and stuff for the future.
I'm ready.
I'll do some new ones. All right. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Thanks, guys.
Great.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm totally down to weather the storm. This is great.
9hex looks just like his 9hex picture on Steam.
So
Perfect angle. Perfect angle.
9hex, that very thing that you were discussing about how most people have either signed an NDA or they're the when I talk to programmers, generally just about every programmer I know that is not, they have a lot of them have a lot of side projects that they're passionate about. It's generally their side project. But the other thing is that being a programmer for a living, employed in that capacity, the company generally knows how much money to offer you such that you're maxed out. At the end of your typical work week, you're not going to have a whole heck of a lot of time left to devote to anything else anyway. I mean, that's part of them finding a particular, what is it, the basic market, supply demand, that price point. They want you to be involved in their project and their project exclusively.
That's if you work for the wrong company.
Well,
if you work for if you work for the right company,
right,
you don't have to worry about those silly things.
You would hope so.
Second of all, if you're inefficient, then yeah, you're going to have to cram a full 40, 60, 80-hour work week.
Right.
If you're smart, your code pretty much writes and tests itself, and a lot of things are automated, so you could think about bigger pictures. And that's where most programmers fail.
Yeah. But, it's part of the process.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it takes a long time. I mean, we're all babies, right? Opening our eyes for the first time against the sun. Right. There's something new. Hell, there's a new fucking JavaScript framework. Oh wait, one just happened just now.
And now there's another one.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely. But yeah, for me, I don't really care about money. So I've had people throw very, very large sums of money at me to do what I do, and I don't know. It's more like, am I interested? Am I engaged? Is it going to challenge me, or am I going to be bored the whole time? That's sort of like my motivation, but I'm cut differently, I think, than most engineers.
Do you have a Steem blog at all?
I do, yeah. I just jumped on the platform a week and a half-ish ago, and it's just 9x, NYNHEX. And yeah, I have a bunch of content queued up from other stuff I used to do. I read a lot about tech, security. Yeah, lots of stuff that actually belongs on Steem. A lot of fringe stuff. Too much to list. But I'm rate limited pretty much, so I can only post X amount of times. So
cool.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the Steeming Pile.
Yeah, man.
John Spalding got this thing started, as Frank was saying earlier. It's a pretty cool place.
Yeah, I met Frank a couple weeks ago. I actually have like
3,
totally
2, 1.
Don't mind TJH 9X.
Oh.
But he's counting down to Vim maintenance.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met
Shameless plug. I'm dual streaming. Y'all can find me on 4 different places. 3 during maintenance, and then you can pop back.
Nerd alert. I got to get going anyway, but I'm going to make Sean the host, or Eric. But go ahead, 9X. I'm sorry.
I was just
it happens here on the pile.
Shameless vaping.
Yeah.
We do that every
You know,
now and again.
it's great because 9hex said, I might call in. And I said, do it, man. Information's in the post. John, shout out. I got the information on the post today. I
Yes,
didn't do
they're
my
awesome.
show today, so I was all ready for Steem and Pile, all in on Steem and Pile. And he's like, yeah, maybe in about 3 months. And then, doo-doo.
Bing. He's like,
3 months.
like I said to you guys, though, I got to get rolling. I got to get up early. Not that I want you guys to stop. So,
We're rolling in the movie.
Eric, I'm making you the host.
Hands down, back up.
Nice. I'm out behind you there, John.
I'll drink to that.
Night, guys.
So, Eric, this room is yours, man. You can
John,
invite
too,
whoever
Sean?
you want.
Don't
I'm
give
staying.
that ability.
There's the neighborhood. You gone, Spud?
Great movie, by the way. Wasn't it There Goes the Neighborhood, Chase?
Jeez. What?
Right?
I don't know the movie. I don't think myself.
I don't
Isn't
know.
that it? There Goes the Neighborhood.
Vacation? Was it?
No, where they bought a house and they try to sell it